Hello, everyone, and welcome to tonight's episode of Critical Role, where a bunch of us nerdy-ass voice actors sit around and play Dungeons and Dragons. Beautiful. Gorgeous. We do have some announcements to get through before we jump into our episode tonight. For starting off with an announcement from Darrington Press that we are going to be at Gen Con this summer, August 1st through 4th in Indianapolis. We have a bunch of really great games that you can sign up for right now. You can come play For the Queen, Daggerheart, Candela Obscura, Till the Last Gasp, and Queen by Midnight at Gen Con. Sign up, play, bring friends, make friends, play games, and play our games if you're there. So visit darringtonpress.com or critroll.com/events to learn more. Oh, and Marisha, you have some announcements, I believe?
We have our first ever Bell's Hells live show next Saturday.
Let's go.
So since this is important, since this will be episode 98 of Campaign 3, there will be no new episode of Critical Role next Thursday. It's really to give everyone some time to catch up for the people who will be attending live. We'll instead have Menagerie Part 3 live, baby, at 7 p.m. Pacific. So join in. He's a beetle. I'm a bunny. Robbie's here. Hope to see you all there. You can find all of the live show details at crewroll.com/events. In the meantime, we have a ton of content for you that we've dropped over the last week. You can now watch the VOD of our Candela Obscura live show, our most recent episode of Four-Sided Dive, as well as our Menagerie Part 2 one-shot, playing with the most recent open beta playtest materials. So check them all out over at Twitch and YouTube. And if you'd rather get instant access to our VODs, instant. Watch on your own time. Join us over on Beacon TV, baby. Beacon.tv.
Alrighty. Laura, I believe you have some announcements as well.
Oh, I do.
Here we go.
Dun, 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 dun. This is beautiful. The Shattered Teeth dice set.
Wow.
I know. What? It's another collab with Everything Dice.
Awesome.
This packaging is by Rebecca Shea.
Ooh.
It's beautiful. It's available now in the US, the UK, and the EU. Do you want me to show you something that you probably won't be able to see up close right now?
Yes.
Yes, please.
It comes with a shining thing.
Like a polishing cloth?
A polishing cloth.
Okay.
You held it up.
Hey, want to see? You want me able to see? You're not able to see it now.
He's good. I wanted to get to the dice.
I get it.
The D20. They're so cool. The D20 has the volcano.
Oh, what? Whoa.
Wait, what? And then all the other dice have the other islands, you guys.
Oh, that's
That's
so fucking cool.
Real.
Trade you.
That's really cool.
That's
They're beautiful. They're beautiful.
clouds.
Check them out. Go check them out.
There was gonna be teeth in them.
No.
I was real excited.
Your teeth
Yeah,
can be in
you
there.
That's
like
the next
teeth.
set, actually.
Yes, please.
We're just gonna put all your
Just
baby
give me a
teeth in
teeth.
dice.
Dice set.
Collect them all?
That's they're like tiny little.
Wow, that
did you
is
see the
so
volcano?
cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, the volcano
This
didn't
is
see the
rad.
volcano.
It's so detailed.
Head to back.
Yes. Okay. Sorry.
right.
Give them back to me.
Ooh.
Oh.
That's really
Oh
cool.
my God.
And
Clouds.
technically, if you buy
That's
how many sets of this, you could just build the Shattered Teeth.
Yeah, right.
How many islands are in the Shattered Teeth, Matt?
43, I think. I'll have to
Seven.
look at my notes
Precisely
again.
7.
Sure.
57.
Ooh, lucky 13. Okay, I'm done.
Alrighty. I believe that concludes our announcements, so let's go ahead and jump into tonight's episode of Critical Role.
One by one we climb until we reach the top. 2 by 2 we fall. Will we meet our end or meet our destiny? Hold your breath and roll.
How do you want to do this?
It's Thursday night. All ye critters, come join us. It's time to continue our flight. There is magic and mystery. Who knows what will happen? He might. But one thing's for sure, we never give up on the fight. From the healer to the renegade, we all share the same goal. Adding more allies taking more chances. Hold your breath and roll. You can certainly try. It's Thursday night. All ye critters, come join us. It's time to continue our flight. There is magic and mystery from darkness. Our friendship will rise. But one thing's for sure, we never give up on the fight. Oh, get ready. It's Thursday night.
And welcome back. Last we left off. Oh, yeah. Last we left off, Bell's Hells, upon hearing that Ludinus de Leth was indeed not on Rudis, but was dealing with another important factor in Exandria, had been noted to be towards Issylra, specifically in the long-buried and frozen ruins of Aeor to the far north of Wildmount. After gathering yourselves, after gathering Dorian Storm, who has returned to the troop, gathering some materials in Zadash after an interrogation, after making some orders and setting yourselves up for a dangerous and chilly journey, and a number of failed teleports, you managed to finally arrive on the outskirts of the ruins of Aeor. Your guide, revealed to be Essek Thalis, a fugitive from the Kreen dynasty, who had previously had experience wandering through these ruins a number of times, guiding you through. You begin to traverse the subterranean ice-covered layers, these strange and oddly magical and magic-altering auras that occasionally flow through this space. You found the shattered, broken, and in some cases still locked in time memory of this ancient mage city. As you begin to delve towards the central portion of the Genesis ward, in which, looking for information on this locale that came up in the interrogation, the occultist Thalamus seemed to be tied to what Ludinus and the Vanguard had been doing down here and where he likely will be. You investigated a Vanguard tent that had been built in one of these city streets that still remained. Investigating, you found that people within had all been slaughtered, Vanguard members, bloodily. And looking into its history and the scene of the crime, it looked like one of their own had done the deed before killing themselves after carving an odd symbol into their chest with a blade. During this investigation, some heavy thuds were heard nearby, and as you all gathered yourselves and darted off into the nearby shadows, some strange creature began to lumber around, this massive, elongated, like gray and black fleshed entity. These sunken jowls, it seemingly faceless, and this odd, big mouth of teeth in the center of its torso began to, seemingly stirred by the sounds and conversation you were making, look about the space. One of you, unfortunately, had a rough time hiding and caught its attention, where a number of these translucent, armored, chitinous insectoid creatures began to emerge from its mouth and crawl across the ground in your direction.
Smacks into a glass door.
Oh, sorry, guys.
It comes for us all eventually.
The glass door.
Yep.
Yeah.
And to that point, please roll initiative.
Don't be so casual about it.
Okay.
So,
Guys, this combat is brought to you by WizKids Minis. The Vox Machina box set is available for pre-order. Find these and many more Critical Role miniatures at wizkids.io/crminis and your local game store. Let's fucking do this.
alrighty.
Ooh, icky.
So to remind everyone where you scattered off to, we have over here, we have Dorian, Chetney, and Orem kind of over by this dome and amongst the skirts of these ruins. Essek darted off to this side of the map over here. We have Fern, Ashton, and Laudna right over here with Imogen on that corner. Laudna seems to be the one that gained the attentions. All these creatures are now scattering outside of this massive entity and crawling in her direction with expediency. So going to the initiative order, we have the top 25 to 20.
21. Or this is.
Did
where
you roll as bad as
normally-
me?
Did you roll?
Not this time.
You rolled shit, didn't you?
Ashton's up top.
I rolled shit.
All right, 20
Ashton, what did Ashton roll?
21.
Okay.
20 to 15.
19.
19.
We're fucking dead.
We are
Yeah.
so dead.
Hey!
Well, this is not going well.
15 to
Probably
10.
right.
14.
Wow.
Wow, we all rolled really bad.
Big scares.
Fuck.
Alrighty.
Shit.
Oh no, we got to do on to
10 to 5.
10 to 5.
Oh, that would be me.
That was at 6.
Ocho.
Ocho. Okay.
All right.
So
I
wait.
wrote Robbie in the initiative order. No.
That's okay.
Ashton,
Dorian.
me?
Ashton,
I'm after
Fern,
Orem? Wait.
Oren,
Hold on.
Dorian.
Dorian.
What'd you roll?
Ashton, Fern, Oren,
No, I
Dorian,
rolled 6.
I wrote 8.
Imogen. Wow.
All right, so Imogen's 6. 5 to 1.
4.
Whoa!
Dex.
Highest dex?
Well,
No
decks are
rollies,
rolling.
come on,
We gotta do
14?
rollies.
Oh, what's the same? It's the same
It's
thing.
rollies.
Eat shit and die. 15.
I rolled a 2 again.
All right.
This
Did you roll a
doesn't.
2-2?
I wrote 2 2s.
Get them all out.
Okay, all right, there we go.
Shit.
Wow.
Alrighty.
Ashton, Fern,
Matching up
Orem,
to
Dorian,
yourself.
Imogen, Chetney, Lud.
And the last
What
How many
did
Lucent guys are there?
what did Essex roll?
Oh, you want to know?
Yeah.
That'd be nice.
Ocho.
Yeah, true.
Go on, boy.
He rolled.
Come on,
What's his sheet here?
roll high.
Sheet is.
Teleported out of here.
If he's still here.
No, he's over there.
Yes.
Actually, his sheet. I forgot to pull out. So pull that here.
See?
And all my preparation here. That was the one thing that I forgot to bring out of my
Actually, even his
Ah,
character sheet
boy.
floats about an inch.
It's true. There it is.
It's a hovercraft.
I was like, where is his dex? Oh, the sheet's not here. All right, so that puts him at a
Whip it out.
13.
13. That puts him.
Right behind Orem.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, just a Essex sandwich between Orem and Dorian. Okay. Ooh, I want to get in.
That goes to the multiverse.
Sounds of thousands of pen hitting.
He is taken.
Out of my head.
Ashton, you're up first.
All right.
As this entity is dragging this massive piece of elongated metal and like ruined stone behind it in the shape of a massive hammer, and it's ready to just swing it or lob it in that direction, what do you do?
Well, first of all,
Hammer versus hammer.
I'm not saying it, not fucking saying it, but I'm going to rage, first of all. I'm
Okay.
going to fucking... Yes!
You don't
It's
want to have
hammer
him
time. I'm not saying it. We're not going there. Fuck!
I'm gonna get you.
Holy
It
shit.
hits me so hard.
So I start getting this strange little trails of red and blue coming out of my head and streaking across the hammer, and I am going to move. Can I help? What's the first thing I can get? Is there a scorpion in front of that tent? or no?
There are two of these entities right there, and there's one back here. Up here, and then the other ones you can see.
All right. How far will 40 feet help towards that? Will 40 feet get me?
5, 10 to get up onto this terrain right here. 5, 10. You can leap here. 15, 20, 25, 30. 35 can get you onto the top of the tent and hope that it holds you.
To hold you.
Okay, he's too tall up for me to go into the tent and whack him from below.
No,
Can I?
the one up front here you can get to if you want to.
And that's 35?
That would be 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35.
Perfect. So, I'm going to take a couple swings at these motherfuckers.
Go for it.
These motherfuckers.
Let's see.
Hammer.
Yeah. Let's take a look. Okay, I'm sorry, just seeing what I got. Perfect. Here we go. First attack. Why am I doing that? That's wrong. I don't have advantage. There we go. 19 plus. I don't crit on a 19 yet, do I? No.
No, I don't,
Okay,
unless you have
that's
an item
like-
that lets you do that.
No. Trying to remember.
Pretty much just the champion.
I'm still thrown by other games we played recently.
That's true.
That's like 30 to hit.
That hits.
All right. Let's find all my dice. So that's. I'm gonna re-roll that one. I don't like it. 6, 7, 8, 9. Is that right? Yeah, got him on bat. I'm a beast. That's 21 points of damage.
21 points of damage.
Tight.
Oof. All right. You smash it with the hammer. Legs go out, and you pull the hammer up as the element that you smashed. Parts of his armor crack, and a liquid kind of sprays you, and you take 6 points of acid damage.
Cool. We're doing that, are we? All right.
And as you pull up your hammer, it sticks to your hammer. It is currently restrained, but restrained to you. Its body weirdly like flexes with the impact and then like sticks to your weapon. And as you kind of lift your hammer up, you can see it like trying to skitter down the hammer towards you. What else?
That's fucking gross. I don't have anything else to do other than hit it the fuck again and hope I pop the thing like a.
All right, so you spin the hammer to get it back on the bottom side and try and.
I'm literally grabbing it and tossing it with the hammer down to just kind of like and trying to get that curve.
See if you can hit the bell. Ping! Go
Yeah, I get that little squish that makes the scorpion pop. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Maybe you don't. 27.
27 hits. I used the.
You have to turn your heel on a scorpion or else it won't die.
You can do it, Ashton. Take them all out.
Hello. Just turn into an old prospect.
You gotta turn your heel.
You're gonna have to turn her heel on that thing, or it's just gonna pop back up and be mad at you.
He taught me that.
23.
23 points of damage. It is. I don't need to put the grapple down because you destroy it. You do take another 1 point of acid damage.
Nice.
All right.
Nice.
But it immediately splatters in space. Just
Okay. Great.
I'm gonna let everybody know. They're sticky and filled with acid. God fucking damn it! And I'm gonna try and dive behind the tent.
With how much more movement do you have?
I have 5 more feet.
5 more feet. Yeah, then you kind of like behind the side. All right, cool. That finishes your go. Now it's their turn.
Oh, great.
Oh boy.
So
They rolled better than we did.
They're all coming.
Oh shit!
this one here is gonna leap.
Oh, he's got he has to make a Constitution. That one has to make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, okay. For
When a creature of your choice begins from within 15 feet of you, they must succeed on a con saving throw, or its speed is halved and they can't use reactions till their next turn.
okay, it failed. So its speed is halved. It leaps. That's 5, 10. Its speed is 40, so I'm going to go 20 feet, which can still get it there with a.
But it has no reaction.
But it has no reaction.
So you can walk away from it if you need to.
This one here is going to skitter down and attack you this way.
Fuck.
Of course, it falls into the tent as I drop it. There we go. This one skitters down after it sees you there. This one here is going to run to 15, 30, 35. This one's going to rush over here to you. This one here is going to run 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Nice.
5, 10,
Sorry,
Yikes.
Charles, I'm gonna
40.
have to AoE
This one is going to go ahead
That's what I'm about
and
to say.
Dart is going to dash and come back around
I
to swarm you on this side, and you are just entirely surrounded from all of them. So, with that, that's going to be 3 attacks on you, Ludna, from
Let's
them.
go, baby. Come on. Come on.
That is going to be
You're a little off.
an 11.
Oh, miss.
Misses. The next one,
The shock.
10.
Miss?
Oh my god. Yes!
Natural 1. It was descending. It was like 3, 2, 1. God damn it.
Did he slip and break his claw or something?
Yeah, one of them goes like striking for you. You dodge it out of the way. The other one like comes and bites for you, and instinctively you put your hand in front of you, and the dark shadow kind of parries it off to the side. The third one that leaps towards you, you just duck, and it goes slamming into the rock next to where you are, and as it pulls back one of its mandibles, it's like kind of cracked, and it's like and pulls away. And it's awful because as they move, you can see the muscles underneath the chitinous armor. It kinda-
It's like see-through.
yeah, like their armor is
I don't like it.
translucent.
I hate it.
The 4 against you, 2 of which get advantage because of their they have you pincered.
Wait, is this more coming?
Ew.
Oh,
Those are
those are for
against
Ashton.
Ashton. So the 2 that aren't, that's going to be a 16 to hit.
Nope.
You managed to pull out of the way. Next one is going to be, that's going to be 25 to hit.
That hits.
All right, so for that you take,
Bugs with like a bunch of legs.
all right, that's going to be 5 points of piercing damage, reduced to 2, and 5 points of acid damage.
So that's 7 points.
Correct. So that was the 2 that attacked you without advantage. Now the 2 with advantage. Okay, one of them's going to be a 23 to hit.
That hits.
All right, that you take 8 points of piercing damage, reduced to 4, and 6 points of acid damage.
10 points.
And the second one, same roll. That hits as well. And that's going to be 9 points of piercing damage, reduced to 4, and 2 points of acid damage.
6.
So that finishes their round. That brings us to Fern with Orem on deck.
Oh boy.
All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do something called Flaming Sphere, and I'm going to cast it on the big boy back there.
All right.
Get it, big boy.
You're gonna pick a fight. Big boy.
I have some.
What's the range you can do on that?
I have some fire resistance, by the way. Just letting you know.
62?
If you want to hit those, I do have a ring of fire resistance, so I
Well,
can
I
lower
had
the
something
damage.
else I was gonna do, but I feel like it's
That's
mess
the one,
everybody
that's
up.
Right. Whatever you gotta
60
do.
feet. To put it next to it, you have to move 5 feet this way.
Okay, I'll move up. That's disgusting, and I've seen those. Yeah, I'll pop out a little bit. Yes.
All right.
Okay,
Flaming
so
sphere. So
fucking best.
the rest of you watch as in the middle of the shadow, suddenly a bright light kind of flickers in and swirls into this burning ball of flame that's about 5 feet wide from side to side. That's now just smoldering. It's like slowly rolling on the ground in front of the creature as it's dragging its hammer and kind of lifting it up. It sees it and kind of
Is
like
there a way
pulls
to-
back slightly as it sees this sort of flash of
I
flame.
have to do it in
words.
That's its stomach.
Yep. Not the face. It doesn't have a mouth up here.
What do you mean it doesn't have a mouth?
So, the creature takes 2d6 damage on a fail. Okay, it's its dexterity of 19.
So it backed away from the fire before it even hit him?
Well, then back away. It's just reacting to its arrival.
Okay.
Okay, and then I have a question, and I'm
as a bonus
hesitating
action,
to
you
bring
can
this
slam
up to
him
you. Because, like, 3rd level or higher magic gets a little weird.
Yeah. What level are you casting this at?
I know, that's what I was trying to figure out.
What do
Say it
I...
and endure the
Just do it.
Okay, so then let's
Just
go.
do it.
Firm.
Just do it.
I wasn't gonna say it in case, and I was like,
Chaos.
he won't remember. All right, I'm gonna do it at 4th level.
Yes.
Go for it. Alrighty.
Punk.
Go ahead and get this
Do it.
here.
What's that?
This is the Aeor Wild Magic table that might come into play.
Did I just remind you of it? Or
No.
Okay.
We
Pulling something
had
out of
everything
Colm.
shifted
I know,
for
I
other
know.
games, and it didn't all get put back in place. So.
Okay.
All right. So
I'll match.
4th level, you said?
4th level.
4th level. Okay. So as you summon it into place, I need you to roll d20 for me.
A D20. And then if you roll a what? A 1 or a 20?
17 or higher.
Oh, fuck.
17 or higher means
Then
you're
fuckery
fine.
happens.
No,
No, that
17 or
means you're
higher
fucked.
means you have to roll a
Fuckery
d20.
happens.
So roll low.
Okay, which one rolls bad? I'm gonna go with this one. 14.
14, you're fine.
Okay.
Oh my god.
So it's 46.
Yeah. As a bonus, as you're using your bonus action to slam it with the sphere. So when you cast it, it stays there, and then if the
Okay.
creature ends its turn next to it, it takes damage, but you can use your bonus action to slam the sphere into it.
Yes, I will do that.
Okay, so,
so
that's a
I'll slam.
dexterity save.
Yes.
That's going to be a 16.
Does not.
Does not succeed. So go ahead and roll damage on that
So-
sphere. That's 4d6 points of fire damage on it.
Sweet.
Oof.
Okay.
Is Mr. out? Do you get any bonus for
No,
Mr.
I
being
should have
up?
put him out.
Only wave one.
11 points of
11 points of
fire damage.
Okay, it all helps. Alrighty. You wanna stay put or you
And
wanna move?
the rest of my move, I am going to just tuck myself back into that little spot.
Little back over here.
Yeah.
You got it. All right, that finishes your go. Aurum, you are up with Dorian kind of on deck.
Okay, with the boots of striding and springing, I'm gonna leap over Chet. 5, 10.
Technically, Essex on deck after you.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
let's do it.
After you.
After me?
No,
Yeah, you have a much
Okay.
higher dexterity.
Pyramid 10,
You rolled the same initiative.
15, 20, 25. Am I within 15 feet? Or do I go by him or by his stand?
No, but by his stand.
Okay,
So yeah,
so I am.
he's 15 feet from you.
Okay, so
Like a hurricane.
I run up behind and Seedling is out and I will slash at the air and send attacks through.
Go for
Not
it.
get any closer, so... Doot.
Why, do you think he's got some extended melee or something?
I think he's got some extended melee or something. Okay, that's an 18. That's a 29 to hit.
That hits.
Let's make it a goading attack.
Bring out the goats!
So wisdom save is 9 plus.
Oh.
So that's a 17 damage and
17 points of damage. You got it.
and then he has to make a whiz save.
He just needs to make a whiz.
That's going to be a 9.
Fail. So disadvantage against anyone except for me. 2 more attacks.
Yeah, you've effectively goaded him.
That's a 1, so I will re-roll it. That's also a 1. That's a 1. That's a real.
So you re-roll it again?
No, I believe
I think
it's,
you
take
keep the second.
one.
You
Keep the second one.
That's my first one of the game.
Wow.
Double check here,
Yeah.
because it's been a minute since we've had this.
Oh, the first one of the
Of the
campaign?
campaign.
I believe you have to take whatever the second
I
one.
believe it is too, but I'm just going to make
Yeah, no, worth making sure.
sure. So I don't
Suddenly
mess
in
you
the
up
corner you
or
see
get yelled at.
a cloak of dark raven feathers.
all your capital
I got
transactions.
There we go.
There's something familiar about you.
And you must use the new roll. Yeah.
Wow. That's a 1.
Damn.
So that is, then it's a 20 to hit.
20 to hit. Does hit.
Does hit?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's make it a tripping attack.
Sure.
That's
Trip him into
doable.
that.
That's definitely doable.
Yeah.
Maybe tripping.
All right, now I know the story of David and Goliath, so that is 11 plus.
Straight tripping, dude.
That is cocked. That's 14 points of damage, and now he's got to make a strength save, I believe. Strength save.
21.
Saves, doesn't affect.
So you strike him in the back of the leg, and like it cuts through where the Achilles tendon would be. And as its leg kind of splits and almost like buckles for a second, its bones snap, and it pushes it back together, and you watch it kind of seal over slightly, and it holds itself back up.
So I went 5,
Yeah.
10, 15, 20, 25. I'm going to back away. And
Okay.
that's the end of my turn.
You got it. You just left its melee range when you did that.
So
it's gonna
15
take its.
feet is its melee range.
It's gonna
You called it.
It's gonna go ahead and take a swing at you,
Yeah.
since you just goaded it anyway.
Yeah.
That's going to be 23 to hit.
Yeah, bruv.
Damn.
Okay.
Raw.
So you take.
Shit, bro.
No. Stay away from the hammer.
Okay.
All that
When
matters.
he
Yeah,
pauses,
this isn't
it's
good.
never
This
good.
isn't good.
Carrying the one, we got trouble.
Matt's fast enough. This is bad.
33 points of bludgeoning damage. Okay. And I need you to make a strength saving throw for me.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, I know where I'm going next.
Oh, no.
Okay.
Hold 1 second.
Get rid of it.
I'm going full speed of that fuck.
But if you leave,
All right, that's a
doesn't
1.
that mean all the
Reroll it.
Does this thing have a
That's
Don't tell me
pretty
about
good.
my bugs.
So this is a strength
Yeah.
save, you said? 24.
24. As the hammer slams you, you put your shield up and you take the impact. It rocks your body and your bones across your entire skeleton kind of shake from the impact and you skid back about 6 inches, but you hold your ground. It almost golf clubbed you back.
Wow. I rolled a 19.
That's too.
Wow.
Alrighty.
Done.
Finish your go.
Yeah.
All right. Now it's Essex go.
Come on, hot boy.
Essex seeing this happen here
Hot boy, hot boy.
is going to go ahead and he's doing some of his good stuff.
Flashy. I'll go quietly into the
All
night.
right.
We will not go
We will
quietly
not
without a
go-
fight. I gotta survive. I gotta survive.
We will
Hello?
not weaken
Please
our
celebrate.
falter.
He doesn't
Oh, hands up, hands up.
hurt anyone there. Yeah, you know what? He looks over across this massive cluster and goes like, all right, let's see if I still got it in me. It's been a minute. And he's gonna move forward to the edge. To there, he's gonna go ahead and begin to cast a spell. You see like the space in front of his hands begin to warp and pull in, like there's either intense heat or intense gravity. And as he pulls his hands together and claps them, he shoots them outward, and you watch this like bead of black kind of scatter out in a line. As it does, the ground beneath goes, and you watch as all the nearby stone and rock just gets pulled into the center. Like gravity suddenly pulls it. This massive gravity fissure just tears across over there.
Cool.
That's duty, Nancy.
That's going to be the damage. Ooh, that's a great roll. Okay. Okay, now I'm rolling saving throws. It comes through here, which will catch everyone in this area. Unfortunately, on the opposite end, it might catch you, Fern.
Okay.
So I just need you to make a. Let's see.
Is it catching Ash, who's in front of that tent?
Resist the black hole, son.
And you should make a Constitution saving throw.
Me?
Yep.
Okay, I do have advantage against spells and other magical effects.
That's true. You do.
So,
Is
Not
that
to
a
brag.
higher than a third level spell?
It is. I'm gonna roll for him in just a second.
I'm gonna
Does it
definitely
get?
roll
Does the
that
DC
again.
drop or like the number drop the higher the level spell? Or is it just like
No,
it's always 17 or?
Just when a third or higher level spell is
Okay.
cast.
6.
So that's a fail.
advantage.
All right, so you take 36 points of force damage,
That's nasty.
Oh
But-
my god!
fail,
Oh,
fail,
oh, you just gotta fucking plow the road.
Okay.
Fail.
Oh, wow.
This is good.
fail.
I knew I shouldn't have rolled that one. You know when you have that feeling and you still do it?
Yep.
Whoa.
Oh,
Thanks, buddy.
Oh, it just tears through all of those.
Okay. Yeah. That's okay. I'll take the damage.
Changes the game.
That's all right. It does.
I hate to throw a player under the bus, but do you see Ashton in front of the tent? Because he's right in there with those bugs.
Oh no, yeah, Ashton would be there too. Ashton, could you roll a Constitution saving throw? Yeah, as I was standing
Big
here,
con
the
save,
edge
big
of it
con
was
save,
blocking
big
him.
Come on.
Big con save, nipples out.
Come on, It's just I don't have an advantage on this. Just a straight save.
Correct.
Where's nipples?
That's I can't read that because I'm. It's 15.
15 is a failure. So that was 36 points of force damage.
I take all 36, don't I?
Yeah,
yes, I
it's
do.
force. And you get pulled right into where the middle of the line was.
Ow.
Like your gravity against that gravity. You watch as the two converge, and as it hits you, the force damage hits. You watch as you get knocked out of the way.
Oh, I do not like
your
that.
head sparks, and you get pulled in the middle. And as you land, the colors of your rage kind of mingle across a rainbow for a second before reforming the Dunamancy meeting Dunamancy and having an odd reaction.
I throw up.
And he goes, sorry! To that point, I'm gonna actually someone roll for me, because that's fun. Roll d20 for Essek.
Oh no.
It's a cocked 20, so I'll roll it again.
It was cocked.
That's cocked. 7 plus something.
Okay, so yeah, that doesn't matter. He's gonna go ahead and dart back to there. Just kind of hover back a little bit.
That's not good.
Hoping that maybe he didn't catch too much attention. Finishing his go, it's now the larger entity's turn.
Big boy? Okay, big
It's
boy's
going-
on
I
the
got
side.
pulled over there.
You got pulled there.
Okay.
Yeah. It's going to. I mean, you goading attacked it.
So it has disadvantage.
That's Achilles.
Yeah, it's going to go ahead and turn
All right,
around.
boys.
Oh my god.
Ready for a scrap?
Oh god,
Come back to the hole. It's us.
It turns the corner and it sees you and the two others kind of behind.
How'd it go, Orm?
God, that's such a cool man.
Oh
As
no.
it lumbers past, dragging this hammer again, it's going to make a massive swing with it overhead.
3 of you?
No.
The first one is going to be. Actually, no. It brings its hammer up with its hands, and as it brings the hammer there, the center mouth kind of
Center mouth!
is going to attempt to. It's going to try and lean in as it swings its hammer at other targets and try and clamp onto you as it does so.
my
Little
god.
snack. You sure want a bigger meal than me?
That's going to be a 29
That's
to hit.
right.
To hit, it hits. Sure it
Okay.
is.
Mike,
that
did you
hits.
say 29?
29 to hit, yeah. I rolled really high.
Is there any kind of save or anything, or am I in this guy's guts?
No, so here we go.
I will not answer.
Back that up.
24 points of piercing damage, and you are grappled
Jeez.
Oh boy.
as you are currently in its mouth being chewed.
Oh, shit!
Jude?
So you are just like, as it bends, it swings down. It does this massive hammer swing to try and go ahead and hit Dorian. As it does, it leans forward and kind of envelops Orm for a second, and it's going to swing for you with the rest of the hammer swing. That's going to be 20 to hit.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Shit. That's going to be
With the hammer?
Yeah. All right.
Cool.
He's at disadvantage with everybody. You remember that, right?
Oh, that's right. Yeah, with anybody else for you. That's going to be. That's higher roll. Sorry, would have been 20. 20 and 23.
Anybody got some bane?
What's your AC? So
20.
high.
I got hit.
28 points of bludgeoning damage, and I need you to make a strength saving throw for me.
Okay. Shit.
Otherwise you go flying.
Matt, as this
I'm
creature
strong.
walks over, does he look like he's made of like organic stuffs from first glance, or does he look like he's made of metal or stone? Or
No, it looks to be organic.
I can say fun.
As it like steps over, the giant like hanging jowls like the skin just flaps. You can see like where its arms are. They're thin, almost like there's almost no musculature in the arm, and at the joints it's thick and wiry. The fingers are far too long and like almost wrap around the fist a second time when it's like clutching onto the hammer. It's awful.
What?
Did the fire?
So
What the hell?
damage or no?
all right, so 10. As it swings the hammer, you try and duck out of the way. It's trying to actually like bell slam you into the dome next to you.
Okay.
And as you try and like leap out of the way, it catches you and just sends you flying back through the ruin. And you break through onto the opposite side and hit the wall. You are prone,
Prone.
which takes half your movement to get up. So you're just like falling to the ground on the inside, like breaking through the stonework behind you. That's gonna go ahead and finish his turn, leaving it now like with Orm being chewed in its stomach, its absence of face kind of like looks over towards you.
Oh, big scrotum jaw?
Yep.
Cool.
Finishing its go. Dorian, now you're up with Imogen on deck.
Oh my god.
Amazing.
So I just got hit through the wall. I'm prone. Okay. Let me see if I'm understanding this correctly. Never done it.
Record deck.
Okay, good. So get up, dust myself off. And the top of that, there's no top of that dome, right?
Of this?
Where I'm
where you
inside
are?
of that thing?
There is a staircase that leads to an upper area if you wanted to.
But there's no roof.
There's no roof, no.
To it,
There's
yeah.
no roof.
You can stand on top and see him.
Yeah.
Okay.
In fact,
I
boy,
just-
did you see him.
And Orm's currently in his mouth?
Yeah, like the stomach mouth.
Okay. I am gonna engage my wing boots and use my movement to go straight up through to the top of the things. And he's just kind of bloodied and battered, and I want him to just hover at eye level with him. And I'm gonna try, I have to. I'm gonna cast lightning bolt at, fuck, 5th level.
Can I? Wait,
All right.
I'm going right after him.
Yeah.
Can we do a joint attack?
Sure, if you want to.
Because this is one after the other. Can I step up on this rock?
Yeah, if you want to hold the spell, if you see like.
Sure, yeah.
I'm gonna step up
opportunity?
on this rock in front of me.
Shout his name as he flies in the
Okay,
air.
so as you kind of fly up, you start casting the spell, and you see Imogen like the glow on the energy, and you both make eye contact from across the battlefield.
Okay, and I'm gonna step up on the rock in front of me,
Okay.
and I imagine I can see his head.
You can see like the shoulders and head from above there.
And I'm gonna do the exact same thing as Dorian,
What
and
level?
hit him with a lightning bolt 5th level on the
Two
other side.
5th level lightning bolts.
Cool!
Let's do it.
All right, so both of you describe how these bolts interact with the creature.
I'm gonna, right as we're casting, I'm gonna yell, aim for the head, because Orm's in the body.
Got
And-
it!
Yep.
4 and a 3. It fails both of your saves.
Tag team.
But do we have to do a
Just by
thing
roll,
since
yeah.
it's a high level?
After this, you do, but
Okay,
let's roll
okay,
damage
but we roll
first.
it, okay,
Roll
okay,
damage
okay.
first.
Yeah, so
Okay.
5th level, that's 10d6
Yep.
lightning damage from each of you.
What I
Okay.
got?
Okay.
I got them all right here.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Too good.
Hold on.
Oh, that's pretty
Oh,
good.
it's down.
I lost
It's
one.
down.
Ooh, that's real good.
That's real good.
Ooh, that's real
real
good.
good. Okay.
Good, good, good.
Let's go.
Were you ever?
Oh, this is really good too.
Oh, jeez, you guys both rolled really
Someone's
good.
hand.
4, 6.
Oh my god,
touched
okay,
a
wait.
live socket.
Oh my god, I got 4 6s too.
Okay, great. 6, 6,
I live for this
24.
34.
Yeah, 32.
Should've
6,
gotten eaten.
38.
Wait, shut up, I can't count.
40 on the nose.
40 lightning damage. Ooh.
42.
Is yours purple?
Yeah, mine's purple.
What color does purple and yellow make? I don't know, but it's pretty.
It's so cool.
So your bolt is like kind of a bright yellowish white light?
Yeah, just like a literal lightning bolt.
Yeah, so you both wait the exact moment and the entire like cavern like shakes with the impact. Both of these hitting on both sides, and as they hit the creature and both strike through its body, they both kind of mingle. And well, like the head and the torso, like it shocks through it, and both of them kind of continue shooting out each side. The power is immense, and you both kind of almost arc off to the side as you
So
finish it,
cool.
like a Ghostbusters beam kind of being pulled off, and they both kind of like splinter off before fading.
Oh, nice shooting there, Tex.
As mine dissipates, there's twinges of little bits of red light that kind of fizzle off of it.
Cool. It is. Looks a little hurt. It's looking a little hurt.
Are you gonna ask?
High five. Wait,
How many points of damage was
I know.
I need you both to roll d20s for me.
Yeah, this is where it gets sketchy though, right?
It might.
I have not rolled a single good d20, but that I'll change
Roll
it now.
low, roll low. You want to roll low. You want to roll low.
Oh, good, I rolled
It's
so
good.
low.
You did. It's good.
Was this, is that cocked? Is mine cocked?
That's
No,
cocked.
no.
That's not
okay.
cocked.
Okay.
Teacher.
Well-
Can you place a dice on it and it stays?
Oh, that's a good roll.
Like a d6?
Oh, I would have kept so many 20s.
Oh,
a
the
D6
first
is
one.
a
It
D6
wasn't
is a
cocked.
D6.
Don't do it again.
No. No.
Ew.
If it fell off, it's cocked. So go ahead and roll it again.
I feel like if
I feel like that was a
I was
little-
looking
I
at
feel
it,
like
it
if
looked
I
cocked from
see
here.
it and I can read it, it's not cocked, but
Did you see it and you can read it?
Holy
it looked
shit.
like a 20.
Laura,
Are you
babe.
doing this yourself?
No. Look, here's the thing. I honor the fact, if you can tell what number it's supposed to be,
Wild magic.
No, I know. I'm just saying,
Yeah,
like,
I feel
if
like
you
that
know
was
what number
cocked.
it should have been, then it's not cocked. If you can't tell because it's midway between, then it's cocked.
I feel like it was a 20.
All right, then go ahead and roll a d100 for me, please.
I feel like it's cheat. It's
The
not.
electricity
honoring
conduct through
it
its body like it would.
Like naturally would, yeah.
To me, I'm asking.
Oh, to you?
Yes.
Both lines were shot at an angle where you were below it. It did
Yeah, I know, but
didn't do it.
Oh, but you're inside
I
his
was
mouth.
a kid and grabbed
That's
somebody's
true.
hand when they touched an outlet, and I got shocked.
I'll say no, because the density of its body, most of the impact was above in the torso area. You feel the tingling throughout, but
Putting
it
your
would be
battery.
yeah, it would yeah. You feel that throughout the body. Your body goes numb, like you just funny boned yourself from head to toe. But I'm not going to do any damage because you're already in a rougher spot as it is. From a spell math standpoint, you were outside of the impact of the spell. So,
Fair ruling.
So,
For wild magic.
A 4?
Yeah, it's like a D100 table, and
oh, what?
What did I do?
Fun?
Oh no, what did I do?
You stand up. Those red lights around your fingers that like glow begin to brighten, and then curl up and then gather right in the middle of your chest, and you're like, what? A fireball explodes where you are.
Oh my god!
Dorian is across the way, just wincing, waiting for it to happen to him.
Dorian's like,
Looked at. Make a dexterity saving throw for me. Ludinus, make a dexterity saving throw for me. And that creature is going to make one as well.
new campaign, something
Don't
never
kill your
change.
girlfriend.
I know, I was like, is this because we're in a
Don't
fight?
kill your girlfriend. Don't kill your girl. That's
Is that
cocked?
Natural one for that
That one's
dude.
cocked. That is
15.
I should have taken the cocked.
I'm not gonna say anything.
You're lucky. You're lucky. This is really bad.
How did you get there before she did? That was amazing.
No, I'm under stress.
Normally you live there.
I'm stressed.
Okay. What'd you roll?
13.
13?
No, and it's a light. 11.
11. 19 points of fire damage to you.
Oh, okay.
15.
15. You're fine on that one. Well, no, it's based on your spell save, so that would beat it, right?
Oh, 19 is my
Yeah.
spell save.
So you
Okay.
also take
Okay.
19 points of fire damage.
Sorry. Sorry.
That creature over there also takes 90 points of fire damage. It's still standing, but it's hurt.
Yeah, the scorpions?
Yeah.
Okay.
One of them got hit and is like, it's like smoldering as the flames kind of burning around. You can see its normally translucent torso is now like blackened and opaque from the fire damage.
At least I'm not a sheep. At least I'm not a sheep.
That's true. All right, that finishes your go. You can still move if you'd like.
Also, could I technically finish my turn? If,
Oh, yeah.
since Imogen jumped in, would that be okay? If I
Sure,
go?
I'll allow that, but yeah, go for it.
If not, if that's okay. No. I would want to go horrified by what just happened. To go, Chat, I think we heard it, and then do bardic inspiration.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh wait, no, sorry, I need a 10, not a 100.
Nice.
Well, either works fine.
Sweet, sweet.
And this is for damage or to hit?
For bardic inspiration.
Yeah, it's ability checks,
Yep.
saving throws.
Okay. Let me just.
Okay.
Don't know if.
Well, yeah. Ability check, attack roll, or saving throw.
Yeah.
Even
Okay.
after all that
Yeah.
damage, didn't drop you?
Alrighty.
Sweet.
Okay. That amount of damage didn't make him.
I'll just take the
chuck a
fact
little
that I
bit.
did not get massively.
Fair.
lucky.
Okay. I'm trying to make some tax.
We knew it would work.
No, I get that. Yeah. There's a difference between being swallowed and grappled. He's not inside of its body. He can still do everything. He's not restrained. He's just grappled to it, meaning he's just in the mouth,
anything,
like
it
holding it
probably-
off.
You're being macerated, not swallowed.
Yeah.
Okay. There's
Yeah.
a lot of
It's in the
maceration
process of
happening.
chewing him more than it has swallowed him. Most creatures, it would be like if it takes enough damage, then it'll vomit something up, but not in this particular instance. All right, so finishing that, Dorian, Imogen, you still have movement if you want.
I'm gonna stay where I am.
You got it. All right, finishing that. Chetney, you're up with Ludinus on deck.
Yeah, I'm still hiding behind the booble.
Right over here, yeah.
Yeah, but this is all horrible. People are just getting fucking top golfed all over the place. Am I?
In the same moment, two bolts of lightning went, and then
Dorian's like.
yeah. It's a little intense here.
What's the distance between me and the edge of the mini? Am I like in his 15-foot melee?
You are just outside of his 15.
Just outside. Then fuck that. I ain't getting in there. I'm gonna take the scythe and cast Shatter.
Okay.
Against him, which is a con 15 saving throw.
Okay. What's the radius on the shatter spell?
It is a 10-foot sphere.
10-foot sphere.
So I'll put it just behind him, so it gets him in the back and on the hammer as well.
Gotcha. So you're. Okay, yeah, so you can throw it probably through the legs and hit the edge of the tent.
Yeah.
To not hit Orem is the question, because he's inside its mouth.
Yes, please. Yeah.
Okay.
On his backside, if I
Yep,
could.
you got it. You can do that. the Constitution saving throw. That's going to be a 15 Constitution saving throw?
That meets it.
Okay, yeah, so it's half damage.
8, 13, and that's a 7. Amazing. 20, so 10. 10 points of thunder damage.
Got it.
And with my bonus action, I'll be and do my hybrid transformation, and I will fucking run away through that little crack between the mountain and the fort, doing like this number between the wall. Actually, no, towards towards Taliesin, like in through the crack between
I
the
see.
two pieces.
Oh.
Yeah, in there.
In here?
No.
Oh,
even further back.
Oh, up here.
Yeah, through there.
Towards Taliesin. I'm sorry, I was like that.
Yeah, I was thinking
Sorry.
Other Taliesin.
And right there, that's great.
All right.
And I don't even use all the. I'll use the rest of the speed to climb up on that little ledge. But
All right.
there, yeah.
There you go. So you clamber up the side, get on top, and get a better overall survey of the battlefield before you.
That's my turn.
Great. Finishing your go, Ludna, you're up.
Remember they spit
We're back to
acid if
Ashton.
they're too close.
Okay, I'm gonna turn behind Imogen. I'm gonna be like, that was a good idea, even though it hurt a little. And I'm going to do something I haven't done. New toys. I'm going to do Void Puppet. So you see,
You wouldn't.
I would. Ludna lets out like a eardrum bursting banshee scream that I am not going to do. And you see like a spirit.
That's it. We did some
And
broken.
You see a spirit just like pulse from her body and goes screaming through these guys. And it's gonna go right there.
Cool.
As this screaming spirit goes, "Ah!" And then
Which spirit from Ludinus past does it appear as?
what spirit from Ludinus past?
Things you know that have passed, or things that you've killed that have passed.
Whoa!
The spirit always appears as something that you've been connected to its demise.
Oh, that's really cool. That's really
Part
cool.
of the treehouse.
I think for this one, you would see in its kind of ghostly ethereal form a noose around its neck that is like trailing behind it, almost like a tail, and it looks like a blonde, maybe halfling, younger woman that was hung with Ludna on the tree that day.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So that's your bonus action. That's your bonus action.
So as she screams, and then I'm going to take a few steps back, and kind of, not knowing that Imogen didn't mean to do this, go boo boo, and also do a fireball right on top of all these guys, and try and
As
just
you step
get rid
back,
of
they
them.
do both get attacks of opportunity.
Then I'll
Not
stay.
both of them. One of them doesn't.
That's right. One of them doesn't have a reaction. The other
Then I'll
one does.
stay. I can just make it be right on the edge.
Okay. So you'll remain there.
Glory!
Boy, there's a vibe.
Why am I here?
So like right about there, you can hit everything in that area.
Great.
High fantasy.
All right. Level 3.
Hi,
Level 3.
All right. Saves on that one. Fail. That one, the one's closest to you. Natural 1.
Yeah!
And they all have disadvantage because they're near my spirit.
Oh yeah,
my
even,
screaming spirit.
Yeah, they super failed. And the one right there, also disadvantage. Yeah, rolled a 16 and a natural 2.
Hey.
Is that the end of those? Or?
She hasn't rolled damage yet.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Let's see. Hang on. As sorcerer points, what can I do? Hang on. I haven't done this in a second.
What do you mean, hang on?
A power spell, when you roll damage for a new spell, you can spend more time to re-roll up to 5 of your dice. And use your new rolls. Yeah, I'm gonna spend a sorcery point because I want these guys
To empower it?
dead.
All right, so choose up to 5 of those dice to re-roll.
Okay, I'm gonna get rid of this 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll keep the 3 because it's not gonna do these 4. All right, come on, baby, come on. Yeah, I just turned into Butthead.
That's scarier. What's happening now is the scariest thing.
I love when Matt 22.
That's fire damage.
I love it so much.
25.
God, that's classic.
25 plus 12 is 30.
That's 37.
38 damage.
Yes, baby! Cool! Yay!
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Ruin and
So let's see, that was
the tent is on fire.
The tent is on fire.
And I'm going to cower. I'm going to slip behind this boulder and just.
Right here or back this way?
Yeah, that's fine. Just where I still want to be able to.
Yeah, you can still see. It's like half cover from there.
Happening.
All right.
I can still see the big guy.
Yeah.
You know what?
Well, you can just actually from where you are, you would not be able to. The angle
Let
is the
me
point where
actually
the
then move 5, 10, 15.
Not great. Not great.
yeah. With Ashton out there, you
I'll be
have an
okay
angle where you can see
for a
it.
little bit, but eventually I'm gonna
I'm
have
gonna
to.
move one more, 25, because now can I maybe see my party members? Some of my party members.
Yeah, you can see
Just in
Dorian up
case.
there. You could. The only one you can't see is Orem. That's because he's facing away. All right, that finishes your go.
Yep, that's my go.
Ashton, you're up.
Oh boy.
With Fern on deck.
Okay, yeah.
Since all the
Okay, how
skitterlings
far
are
away?
dead.
How far away is this guy? Would you say?
What?
I'm trying to see how far away this guy is from me. And all the little creepy crawlies are gone.
Yep.
All right. He's kind of far, isn't he?
Yeah, it's about 50 feet from you.
That'll do it. I am going to trigger a hyper rage, and I am going to start just sort of going out of focus, like vibrating at high speed, and then there's just going to be.
Did you get speed earlier?
I got it's time. Yeah, I got time.
Yeah. The early one was gravity, or that was.
No, there was no gravity.
No, the one
I
that
just-
reduced through time. I know what you're talking about. Yeah,
Yeah,
you're good. You're good.
I did. Yeah, that's just the standard.
Yeah, I was like trying to remember which one that was. You're good.
So starting to sort of get a little out of phase, and then just sort of a long red line of light, like a Tron bicycle, just hops over there and just appears out of nowhere. You see kind of a blue, phasey shift version of Ashton, who waves very slowly at you, while I just scoot full fucking speed at that asshole.
Nice. Oh wow.
That's cool.
As if time bends, there's still a little blue trail behind me, still waving at you a little bit. As I take a 25, I take the straight
roll d20
attack.
by the way.
Ray tracing.
Oh, that's right. Ray chasing.
Oh, you made ray tracing. You made a magic.
I made a magic.
You made a magic.
Okay.
I love ray chasing.
5.
All right, you're fine.
About having a fun.
No.
I'm and I think I'm gonna take. I think I'm.
You thought you were free with Marisha on the other side of the table.
Is that a 10-pound dice? What was
Right,
that?
right here, my wrist bone.
I hit him with a die.
Was that like a solid
That's the big
ball bearing?
Finally.
That was
This
incredible.
motherfucker. That's heavy.
It's not that bad. Oh, Jesus.
No, anywhere
right.
except the bone right there on the back of the arm.
Taking 2 attacks.
I'm taking my first attack, but I'm using the belt, so I'm going to get an extra d6, but I'm also taking advantage on this.
Go for it.
Because I want this to hit really bad. That's
So you're going reckless?
28. Yeah, I'm going reckless.
28
28
hits.
to hit. That means they have to do a strength save. Are they? They're huge size, right?
They are huge. Yes.
Okay, so yeah, they need a strength save.
Strength save would put it at a 16.
It's 17.
That's a fail.
So I'm going to do my damage first.
Yes.
Ooh, 1 second. It's 12, 24. It's 25 points of damage,
Okay.
and he's pushed 15 feet away from me.
Wow. Damn.
And then how much?
You can push really big things.
And then
You were still technically grappled because you didn't push him out of where you were held by him. You actually were right there when you attacked him. So you're
Go with his body, yeah.
well. If you knock something away from a grapple, you might tear yourself free. But he's so big that you just push him still within range.
And He's more than one size larger than me, so that can't do something else weird, can it?
No.
Okay, that was
more than one size larger.
So I'm gonna then. So that's how many feet have I run?
50.
Okay. I got 80 feet, so I might as well play with it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna hop up and get one more fucking hit.
Oh my fucking hit.
And that's 26, 27.
27, that definitely hits as well. Go for it.
And then that's an extra 8, 9, 10. That's 20 more points of damage.
Nice.
And then I'm gonna back the fuck up, straight back.
How far?
As far as I can go, which is the rest of my 80 feet.
Well, it's 50, 60, 55, 60, 65.
70, 75, 80.
75, 80. That takes you just outside of his
Thankfully,
hammer range.
That's fine, because I technically can't trigger, while I'm doing this, I don't provoke opportunity attacks.
Then there you go. You're great.
Why are you so nasty?
So that's my vibe.
You're nasty.
All right, that finishes your go. Now, Fern, you're up with Colm on deck.
Okay, so.
Let him have it, Fernie.
All right. Well, I would love to move the flaming sphere, but I don't know if it'll hit now at 30 feet.
At 30, unfortunately, I think he just got pushed out of the range of your
Okay.
flame.
No, that's okay. All right. Scratch that.
You can still get Ashton with it.
I am going
That's
to Bamf out Mister then with my bonus action.
All right.
And what I'm gonna do is
How far away can you throw him in? 60 feet? Is it?
I can throw him in at boy oh boy, I don't know if I know that. Let me see.
Understand the ability for him. Summon Wildfire Spirit.
Where does he attack?
Nope, that's wild shape. That's why it's not showing up. I'm really sorry.
Where is Big? Oh, in the order? After. I don't remember.
It's probably it should be. Yeah.
She attacks after Isaac.
Oh, thank you. Okay.
Between Warren and Essex.
60 feet.
Gotcha.
It might say it up here. Sorry. Within 10 feet. No, 30 feet.
Within 30 feet. Okay.
30 feet, okay.
Yeah. So,
So you can move and then summon him if you want.
yes. So I'm going to move so I can see Big Boy.
About there next to Ludinus is where it'll be, and you can drop him there.
So I can move 35 feet.
Oh,
so
right. Yeah, so you can go ahead and move.
okay, so I am going to now scorching Marisha Ray, and I'm going to do that at. I'm going to do it at 3rd level.
Okay.
From
Mister, you can do that?
No, this is from her.
This is from me, but I.
Oh, it goes super far.
It goes super far.
It's 120 feet,
120
I'm pretty
feet.
sure.
Yeah. So.
Now, because he got pushed back that far, he has half cover, so just know he has a little bit of an AC bonus. He's still a big target, but just be aware.
God damn it.
Say that one more time.
So
You can only see like the upper part of his body because where you're standing, the tent is still
Yeah.
blocking most of him.
Okay.
So slightly harder to hit, but not too bad. It's just a +2 to his AC.
Well, wait. Because I also have rogue, can I? I can dash.
You use your bonus action to
To
call
Bamf out
in
Mister. Okay, never mind. That's right. Okay. So what I'll do, scorching Mirage Ray then.
All right. And at level 3, so that's 4 attacks you roll for,
Yeah.
right?
Okay.
Or is it? Let me see. Hold on. Scorching Ray.
What did I say? 3rd level.
Yeah, it's one additional ray per one. Yeah, that's correct.
First hit is 28.
That's a hit.
Okay. Second hit. Probably not. 14.
14 misses.
Okay. Second hit again is 28.
Hits.
Fourth is
cocked.
Cocked. 22.
Hits.
Okay, so 3 hits.
So 6d6 fire damage against him.
Okay. All right. So 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 points of fire damage.
Fire damage.
Oh wait, but I also get, because Mister's out.
Yeah.
I think it's a D8. Let me see.
That's why you bamfed him out.
Yeah, that's why I did it. Enhanced bond, where are you at? Sorry.
Like an extra 2d8 because you leveled
I
up.
think it's just 1d8, but I haven't taken him out in a minute. I'm so sorry.
Click on it.
I was just looking at it and it went, I think it's enhanced. Hold on, I know what to look at. Features and traits. Sorry.
When in doubt, features and traits.
Roll a d8. You gain a bonus equal to the. Okay, that's a d8.
Let's do this one. 7. An additional point. 7 additional
I'll take
points. Okay, that's my turn.
The flames ripple off of him
That was 4th level?
They don't seem like
to no effect.
No fire. No fire. Okay.
Copy that.
Fire doesn't affect it?
The fire didn't do anything.
Did nothing. Where the flames emerged.
All that work!
No, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
I was trying to jump in to say it,
That's
but
okay.
I'm gonna let you look it up and roll the
That's
dice
okay.
too. And getting a close look now as you're floating above too, you both struck him with lightning bolts, and they struck him and hit, and they damaged him. But for the severity of that, it should have been more visceral.
You said he looked rough for a second.
Yeah.
I think
The
you
damage
have
still
to-
crossed a threshold.
Oh. Yeah.
Still crossed a threshold.
Oh, no.
So, okay.
Roll a d20.
Yeah.
Are my hits looking okay, or are they? Well,
5. No way, no way.
Fuck. Okay.
So, like, I know, the flaming sphere that hit him earlier, like it impacted, it kind of freaked him out for a minute. Kind of moved away, didn't seem to take much of an effect on it. The flaming, scorching rays hitting him. Fire does not seem to have much of an effect on him at all, and lightning seems to be a little diminished.
I pass that on.
Fire doesn't really do anything. Fuck.
First 2 things you said, Matt?
Okay. Fire doesn't
Lightning,
do anything.
fire,
Lightning is diminished. He's resistant to lightning.
Resistant to lightning.
That's kind of what you
said
gather from this, and immune to fire. it looks like.
But then all of your...
Takes no damage.
my stuff seems like it's. I seem like I'm giving him a bit of a rock and roll, right? When I'm.
He's taking hits from physical stuff, yeah.
Okay, didn't know.
Oh, shit.
All right.
Does that finish you go for it?
Okay, that does finish my turn.
All right. Orm.
Okay.
Top of your turn, because you were inside its mouth.
No.
The teeth chew into you, and you take 19 points of piercing damage. And you do. You're a fighter. You're fine.
No.
You're a fighter. You're fine.
Okay.
Do I do anything?
You feel like it's trying to siphon something from you that it isn't present. I don't got
Oh, it's sucking magic.
It wants to...
Because it's Aeorian
magic.
What do you want to do?
Magic. So Orem is caught in this gigantic toothy maw in its gut and tries a couple times with his small frame to pry it apart, but can't. He's just not strong enough. So suddenly, Dorian, you see a cloud of like blue and green and black. And Orem appears just above the thing and lands on its arm and starts running Shadow of the Colossus style up its arm, slashing as he goes. That was Misty Step. That's a 20, that's a 30 to hit.
That hits.
Okay. That is 11 points of damage.
Okay.
20 to hit.
20 hits.
20 to hit, okay. That is just 7 points of damage. Now we'll make this a goading attack. That's cocked.
I'm leaving the original flaming
cocked.
sphere damage, by the way, because I should have mentioned something back then.
Okay.
Okay, so this third attack is a goading attack. It is 8 plus. It is 14 points of damage. He has to make a wisdom save, slashing up the arm. That third one slashes across its head, its skull.
15?
15. No, it's higher than that. It's 18 at this
Yeah.
point.
So you go carving it as you run up its body, up its arm, carve through its face, and as like one of the jowls kind of leaves hanging there, and where it was, it pulls back. You can see like there's a skull beneath it. There's no face, but there is a skull behind it, where a face, where you can see like an eye socket and teeth.
A lot of good it's doing.
Springs up off of its back, action surge, slash it on the head as I flip to its other shoulder. This is also a goading attack. That is 20 to hit, which hit before. Or no, this is a pushing attack, excuse me. 4 plus is 10, 15 points of damage. Has to make a strength save, beat 18.
That's going to be a 23.
23, okay.
Is there any blood and viscera that comes out when that?
No. Like it's like cutting through a bloodlet, pig for meat. Like like a post butcher or a
exsanguinated.
Yeah, a body without blood.
Got it.
So 20 to hit on the 5th, and that is a 10 of damage. Has to make another strength save for a trip attack. Excuse me.
That's going to be a 21.
Saves, and then the last one, I
very
jam it right directly in now. That's a 21 to hit.
That hits.
Another tripping attack. 4, 6, 10, 17 points of damage. One last strength save to beat an 18.
How do you want to do this?
So it is full Shadow of the Colossus running up its arm, slashing the arm across the head, flips over, slashing again, gets one last slash and it goes to stab and it sinks through the thick, almost fish-like hide, slunk, all the way up to the hilt, and I pull it out and just feel, okay, wait, and I just ride it down to the ground and then skip off down onto the ground.
Let's go.
Okay.
Chetney comes around with his harp.
Prestidigitation, applause.
I cast a tiny bit of slow on you.
A little bit of slow?
Just to have that, like...
Just for funsies? Just
yeah,
to
you
calm
have
me down?
speed is halved, so you have that little, like,
Thanks.
Take your moment.
Okay.
Take it twice.
After the echo of the giant creature falling over settles,
dust.
Any sound of anything moving, activating,
Make a
being
perception
drawn
check
to-
for me using your hearing.
Yeah, that felt too easy. It feels like this can't be over.
The fire out on the
18.
18. As the silence kind of falls over as you all kind of take a breath, you can hear movement in the far distance. I mean, you did make massive explosions and lightning
Fireballs.
blasts and screeches, and that echoed quite loudly through this cavern. And so, to no surprise, you do hear far away the sound of rocks kind of like.
You know what we could do? We could run up in this tower and just see what comes so we can see what's around here.
yes, so
The tent is on fire too.
I'm going to control flames
Okay.
and put out the fire. in
I'm
this
going
one.
to I'm going to bust out the. Do you think that hammer will fit in the hole?
That thing is fucking.
That's a
That's,
little
how big is the hole? 10 feet? 15 feet?
15.
Yeah.
But it's also deep.
I mean, who would wield it?
I will say the flames are wider than a 5-foot cube.
Okay.
Can the hammer fit in the hole? In theory?
The hammer fit in.
Like if I opened up the monster's hammer, if I opened up the portable hole.
No, it's about a good 15 to 20 feet long totally.
Okay, fine.
If I'm also controlling flames, can I
You can
help?
put it in and it's kind of sticking out the edge.
If I'm also using control flames, could I help put it out?
I think if you have it to your disposal as well, then yeah, the two of you together would be able. It's about 10 feet, and it's starting to climb quickly. So both of you can like take a side, and together reduce the fire.
I meant to do this last time, but can I run into the burning tent and just on a spare piece of wood, can I start to carve in the symbol that's on the guy's chest, just in case we need to like remember it visually?
Yeah.
I'm also, if anyone wants to help, I'm gonna drag this fucking body into that tent as quickly as possible, just to make
That
it a little
giant
harder.
thing?
I'm strong.
I'll
as
try to
somebody
help.
else.
I'll try to help.
Thank you.
I'll try to help because I want some teethies from the tummy.
Just quickly, just drag it for a little
Okay,
cover.
go ahead and roll a strength check for me. With advantage because you're helping.
Okay, I was also going to say, technically, I think I still have a tiny bit of
Rage left, yeah.
but that's just a strength check. 21.
21. It's not budging. It's
21? Wow.
This thing together weighs probably close to 1,200 to 1,500 pounds. It would weigh more if it wasn't so thin. So even the two of you pulling it, dragging it, it moves like an inch.
Can I just give him a quick look-see and see if there's anything on him? Yeah, look at his teeth. Look at him, like lift up his skin on his skull.
Okay. So if you want to go ahead and inspect, as you hear the sounds of things in the distance coming closer at whatever pace they are.
Let's go.
Yeah, I like the tower idea.
But you check, you can see where the face was cut through and the jowl that's there. There is like a humanoid skull in there, even though the skin is stretched over it smooth in a way that it doesn't utilize eye sockets or a mouth. And in fact, looking at some of the musculature, it's humanoid. It's just stretched, larger. Make an Arcana or Nature check.
You're looking at it too?
Augmentation
Or is it
on
just me?
things.
I think
know who I'm thinking about right now.
I don't. I have investigation, which is what I was hoping for, but I have shit on the other thing.
This is giving me some serious Ira vibes.
And a little hint of Cyberman.
All right. You don't know. This isn't your specialty.
It's really scary.
All right, let's
It's
spooky.
spooky.
It's spooky.
We go up the tower.
So, but we've got a minute while we've been investigating all of this.
Yeah.
While everybody's investigating this, Dorian's just so stoked from all the action that's just happened. He's like recapping it for everybody. It was like, and my favorite part was when you did this and talking about how good everyone did. And while we're doing that, I'll cast a motivational speech.
Oh yeah.
What does that do?
Yeah. What's my dicey level? 3 or under or 3 or over? For when?
Oh, 3 or higher.
3 or. Oh no! Is it worth it? I said it out loud.
Yeah.
Well, I might as well do it at a 4 then.
Yeah.
Everybody gets 10 health back. Everybody that can hear it. Takes about a minute. So he
Yes.
blathers on in the background for like a minute.
Well, you gain. It's 5 temporary hit points.
Oh.
I was doing it at 4th level. Yeah.
Oh, I see. Yeah. So 4th level would be 10 temporary hit points.
Oh.
Yeah.
Temporary.
Well, first. Well, first.
Wait, did I mess that up?
No.
I could easily have messed it up.
It's just 5 creatures within range that can hear you.
Oh, 5
5.
creatures.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I messed it all up.
That's all good. No, you didn't mess it all up. It's just one little thing there. Okay.
Just the. Who hasn't taken damage?
All right.
Oh,
I'm pretty good.
Really?
I could definitely use it.
Yeah, I'm okay because I can get to
A lot of
my
us got
points.
dinged, right?
I got dinged.
Yeah, we all
pretty
did.
fucking
Do
hard.
Okay.
do that side.
Yeah, anyone who's
We got
hurty,
dinged.
including myself, if I can fit it in. Well, all
We're good.
4 of
We-
us.
We played that one
And that's
smart.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I'm like, hell.
10 temporary?
For an hour.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with
Temporary hit points.
Like we're still running from potential danger, right?
Does
yeah,
that
potentially.
pull up our hit point count 10 in addition to the ceiling being higher, or is it just a higher ceiling?
It's just a temporary, so those would hit those 10 first.
the ceiling higher.
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you still have the damage you have, but the 10 go first. While you have those temporary hit points, you also have advantage on wisdom saving throws.
Great.
Cool.
But as soon as those temporary hit points go away, so does that effect.
Because remember, there's probably some sort of demon thingy fucking with people's heads and making them turn on people.
And then when you did a lightning, and then when Imogen did a lightning, it was so cool at the same time. It would go
To together.
We gotta go. Go. Up the tower?
Yeah, we're making for that tower.
All right, you all clamber up inside the tower. I'd like you to make a group stealth check.
I think Are you doing it? You're doing pass?
It's great. It's up to you.
I'll take this. I'll take this pass
Okay,
because
okay.
it doesn't cost me anything.
And as we're going up the tower, any kind of like
Now,
crates.
have you already used Pass Without Trace?
Yes, I have. Never
Okay,
mind.
so you're doing it.
I feel like I've used it too.
Yeah,
Yeah, you've used a few spell slots, but he only
I
can
only
use
get
it once per
one
day.
per-
Got
You
it.
have
I'm
to-
gonna do it.
Yeah.
Also, I need you to roll a d20.
Oh fuck.
Please no good.
11.
11, you're fine.
Okay.
As we're going
Essek
in-
kind of gathers up with the rest of you and goes like, first off, my apologies, but it seemed like it was the most effective thing to do at the time. Calculations and all of that. Secondly,
It's fine.
See a lot of those down here.
that is only the second time I've seen one of those, and the first time I've fought one. Part of the game is to not be discovered. Speaking of which, we should go.
Over that.
Are you all?
hide in one of these towers?
We can certainly try. And he kind of like glides over in that direction to gather up with the rest of you. What were you saying?
Is there any crates or anything to inspect at the bottom of the tower or the stairs as we kind of work our way up to just like peek over the edge?
Sure, yeah. As you glance around, and maybe make a perception check for me.
Brothers! Fuck you, 7.
7. It looks like most anything of interest has probably already been picked clean from here, especially with the proximity to the Vanguard. They probably like slowly worked throughout this portion of the city. So anything that would have been interest has already been pulled. And you can see like areas of the floor where it's much cleaner than others and where things have been moved out. But you all kind of gather up to the top. The group stealth check with Pass Without a Trace. I'll include Essek in this as well. Ooh.
Forgot to do myself
All
there.
right. It's going to be 16 for Essek.
With
Even
no
with the
pass
plan.
without with
He rolled real bad
no pass without a trace or with pass?
with Pass.
Oh yeah, 38.
38.
Damn.
Not 20.
Boom.
28.
At 20. Tell me it's not 20 because that's actually worth 2
Oh,
victories.
not 20.
What'd you get again? Sorry.
28.
28.
23.
23.
23.
Great.
36.
Great.
35!
Whoa.
Wow.
All right.
We're real quiet.
As you all clamber up in the tower and hold down as quiet as you can, obscuring yourself here in the shaded space of this stone tower. And as you all get in there too, there are parts of the floor that like shift under your feet and kind of like bits of stone floor kind of fall out from the ruin. And you worry for a brief moment this tower is maybe not as sound as you thought it would be, but not to the point where it feels like it's about to collapse. Yet. You all slowly kind of sit there, and as you kind of wait.
Perimeter. I'm just gonna look, listen.
Just above the edge,
Yep.
right?
Perception check.
That is a 28.
28. Looking past, you see, the first thing you see.
30, excuse me.
You see this like small pack of 3 hound-like creatures. They're kind of like leaping over rocks, kind of clambering and circling around. It's hard to make out much detail beyond there are quadrupedal and have these like large tails as they kind of step into the nearby bits of the very, very subtle light. Actually, you don't have your light source currently lit, right? There's just like kind of the low inner lantern on the inside of the tent. So you just see kind of the shadow as they begin to approach and sniff around the tent. You look at one, they are much larger than a standard dog, right? Even put it as like a wolf, but there's no fur. It is just an odd, kind of somewhat turquoise gray coloration, almost like a blubber or a dolphin-like exterior, but with a wolf-like snout, eyes, ears, just furless. And you see on the back of its tail, as it looks in there, at the end of this long, kind of striated, muscular tail, a large eyeball is fixed that is also looking separately within the tent behind it. And they kind of like, one of them kind of lumbers inside, and you hear, and it drags out one of the murdered bodies, and 2 of them jump on it and start eating it, while the third one drags off, and the other side pulls another body out, and they're just kind of feeding on the remains of the murder scene at the moment.
Guess it's good you copied that symbol.
Matt, do these look or feel related at all to the doggos on the moon? What are those called? I'm trying to find to the doggo-like creatures.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah. No. These are. I mean, like, other than looking very strange.
Avedons.
Yeah.
Right.
Other than looking very strange in their quadrupedal form, like these have heads. There's very little beyond the fact that they are canine-like, but you don't see much else that really kind of connects the tissue.
And then kind of jumping off of that, this monster baddie that we fought, does it feel related at all to like the type of genetic modification that they've been doing on the moon? Like, has Ludinus been taking some of inspiration from here to help them, or seems like 2 totally different things?
I feel like they were doing
Can I jump on that
Make
one?
an
For a long
make an
time,
intelligence check for me.
I'm looking at my little
feel like
alien
Ira.
fetus in the jar.
Let's go, INT. Let's go.
Yeah, that would be my question. Is does it remind us of Ira's experience?
+2.
11.
11. It's hard to see if there is any sort of connection tissue here. This is also an ancient ruin. You're not sure the source of this creature. It could be, could not be. It's kind of rough to pinpoint it.
Okay.
Orem limps over to the other side of the tower. As part of the 30 perception, I know we're close. I don't know how close to the lip of the crater, the hole. Can we, from this height, see over the edge of it, or is it much higher up?
So, you can, at that height, can just barely see over the lip. It's maybe about just a couple hundred feet, a few hundred feet from where you are right now. You're not up against it immediately, but you're not terribly far either. So from where your height is, everyone else is looking down at this feeding frenzy and the sounds of other calls and other creatures. You do also hear like something else kind of down the way. And the 3 dog creatures like look over. One of them like goes back to eating quickly while the other 2 tear the body in half that they're currently feeding on, pick it up in their mouths, and start like leaping off to escape the ruin. You're looking past the other direction. You can see just past this part of the cavern where it's pitch black, there is the faintest bit of light now that you've kind of really adjusted to the darkness of the interior here. There's a part of this cavern roof that the faintest bit of sunlight is coming through. And you look over and it's kind of looking up in that direction. It's not that there's an opening, it's that part of the ceiling here is just solid glacier ice. It's thick enough where most of the light is obscured entirely. but just the faintest bit of light's coming through.
The roof in here is all ice or a good
Most of it's
portion
rock, but this one
sunlight.
area kind of ahead of you is just the faintest.
That could be an
And then
exit, potentially.
On our sides, still like occasional little baubles of blue for the people in stasis or whatever.
As you look
Yeah.
around, the entire city is peppered with them.
Right.
And there's the three you see in this battle map, and there are hundreds that surround you all around.
Do they kind of provide dim light as we
Very
travel?
dim light.
Okay.
But yeah,
Tryptophobia for satellites.
Essek kind of sitting off in the shadow goes, well, we survived that. Where we're going, I am not entirely certain what awaits us. Do we need to take a moment to prepare ourselves? If it gets too hairy down there, I can likely find a quick way to abscond from this, especially if you have the ability to get us to move through the air rather rapidly. It would be safer than climbing down regardless, but if we can afford us a bit of rest, that might be good.
Yeah.
I hurt, so I'm definitely down for some
hurt.
rest.
I hurt. I can go, but if we go, I'm going to need a little help. Unless we take a beat.
All right. Sure. We can
Is
take
it
a
fuck
rest.
even hit me? Is that what we're doing?
Short rest, yeah.
Yeah,
Are we good where we are to take a rest right here?
Well, that's what we take it.
As long as the tower doesn't collapse.
The tower doesn't collapse.
Damn.
So before we
I'm
rest,
usually on the other end of that weird gravity shift. That felt.
Yes, my curiosity about your strange affliction continues to deepen. I would like very much, when this is over, to perhaps, an experiment's the wrong word. I would like to look into you.
I would appreciate that. I've got too many I don't knows these days. Trying to get rid of a few.
Same.
I like him. He's hot.
So as you're taking your short rest as well, you can see where those creatures rush off. A number of other kind of lumbering beasts come in. You see two massive gorilla-type creatures that come through, not straight to this tent room, but kind of around the thing. They're kind of almost hunting or pursuing the sounds that came through. You see flashes of kind of like a greenish tint to them. Also hairless, somewhat weird, almost like a damp blubber-like exterior as they just like we leap from rock face to rock face, kind of just both of them kind of hunting in tandem as they go through.
Can I ask, the dogs and these gorilla things, what is their reaction, if anything, to the giant tummy teeth beast?
The dogs like sniffed around it,
Didn't really have
but didn't really care much. They were more interested in what smelled delicious.
Uh-huh.
And then these gorilla beasts, they don't even pay it any mind.
if we take a short rest, we lose the temporary hit points and the wisdom advantage, right? Because that was an hour.
You do.
Yeah.
So, your call.
But then you can cast again.
And you get real hit points.
Do you get any, with your class, do you get any spells back when you rest?
That's a good question.
I don't think so. Only wizards and as part of their arcane rest ability, and then sorcerers for their sorcerer points. Bards, they get a bunch of other cool shit.
Okay.
Bad.
All right, so
yeah, I still have some good.
Still rolling some hit dice over here.
Which is what I'm doing. I am gaining back my 5th level spell that I used, and then I'm going to use the vial of Ludinus blood to regain those sorcery points.
Okay.
Oh, I get my fucking, I get my chaos burst back.
Is a little achy still.
Okay.
Looking a little tired. Even after the short rest. We short rested
I didn't. Fuck off.
during this day already.
As you're getting close to the end of your short rest, another one of those like dog creatures with the eye tail, looks like a scrawnier one that's kind of on its own. Seems to kind of follow up over in the area as well, sniffing around. And slowly begins to look nervously around and skitters down to where the body of the creature is, kind of sniffs your massive kill, goes back into the tent, pulls another body out by a leg, and as it begins to gnaw on its foot, as it goes, watch, and points above you. And you see, ever so faintly, only because he points it out, this like single strand, what looks like a thread of silver or something, just kind of descends. And that's kind of it just heads straight down. With your perception, it's not a thread. It's almost like an impossibly long piece of goo. And it reaches down and just like touches the top of the wolf creature and then pulls it up and you hear and up into the shadow. You don't even see the source of it. You just hear
That was from the ceiling? That was from the ceiling?
pieces of it begin to like fall
So everyone
down.
saw a thread come down. I know that it was snot, and it got yanked.
Yeah, the rest of
The ceiling's more than 60 feet up from the
Yes.
tower, right?
Yeah. And you just get this, you get the sense here, and Essig kind of looks to the rest of you. So yeah, there are many strange unnatural things that call this place home. Some that were from Aeor, others that have just found it home or been changed by the odd magics here. But we should be focusing on moving quietly and unseen.
Did any of the creatures seem to be attracted to the lamplight coming from the tents?
I'm certain it. Are you asking me or asking
I was
me?
asking you, Matt.
Oh, yeah. You're still in the accent.
Sorry,
I
I
wasn't
was
sure.
kind of, yeah, you're right.
They were following the sound, and when they saw the light, they then went
Went
to
to the
inspect
light?
what that
Okay,
is. Yeah.
okay.
Barbara.
We should get moving.
Yeah.
What's that, Cap?
What's up?
Well, Tuss Tooth squeaking through here.
Shit's real voice all along.
I know. Big reveal.
Duck have been made.
You've just been shape changed forward all this time.
Amazing.
Yippee-ki-yay.
See
Three
visibility.
campaigns at once.
All right. So, that being the case, Pass Without a Trace has also, as the short rest, lost its.
Okay.
thing. So, if you want to spend another,
Oh, and we lost our temps.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
just want to cast it again. Your call.
I will cast it again.
All right. So everyone gets Pass Without a Trace for the next hour as well. Re-stealth.
Stealth?
Also, roll another d10. Or sorry, d20.
Me? Okay. I didn't for the last time. I did pass that.
That's right. So roll twice.
Okay.
Because it's fun.
You rolled an 11.
I thought you rolled lower.
You rolled an 11. But didn't I roll that for stealth?
Oh, was that for
Yeah, that
stealth?
was for
Okay.
stealth.
Okay.
5.
Okay.
Okay. So.
And now for this time.
3.
Finally, our normal rolling is paying off.
Yeah. Yeah.
I want Dorian to get hit with wild magic and turn blue.
Yeah.
It's the wrong blue. Oh god.
I did turn
I've got navy.
You did really? You turned blue?
I turned blue and I lost all my hair.
Yay.
I did.
I wouldn't
Wouldn't
you
laugh.
missed.
Hey, more opportunity. Just keep casting your spells, friends.
Yeah. All of my
She started a Blue Man group in Alexandria.
dibs on front row.
So,
Splash sound.
so it goes, if you have the capability, I would recommend us try to circumvent climbing within that. And he gestures over to the massive pothole that the rest of you now turn around and notice what Orm has seen before. This incredible space. You saw it kind of from a distance where the roads kind of arced upward, like something had punched through, and they're kind of locked in this, almost like a volcanic force that burst through the middle of this city ward, leaving this impossibly large sinkhole that kind of, you cannot see the other side of it. It's so big from here. But a little bit of light comes through the bit of like a ceiling ice sections, that the little bit of filtered light that kind of glows, and the element of orbs around it, you can just see this endless expanse of darkness. I do not want to burn all of my important things, but I can comfortably take 4.
Wow. Comfortably, you can take 4. I would be burning a lot to take 4.
So you're saying we're going that way,
1, 2.
but we can't touch anything?
We can.
I can-
But climbing is a bit dangerous since I'm not entirely certain what the bottom is.
Can you turn into
I
something?
could turn into something and
Never
carry
seen the
somebody.
bottom?
No. I prefer to carefully explore, and each time met some sort of a barrier and discovered it was best to leave.
How far down would you say you've gone?
I mean, the farthest I've been is the 9th basement floor, and where we're heading, I believe, is in the 7th or 8th.
Okay.
Okay.
I can comfortably take 3 or
If
I could fly. I can also basically like, if I think about it, I can like pretend I'm a feather in my head and kind of just like whoosh down.
Yeah, then you can't control necessarily where you're going.
If you fly, you can take me and Chet, maybe, depending on how big you want to get.
I can help someone to fly as well.
Oh, because you can fly.
I can.
Oh.
You can carry somebody.
All right, well.
I could. Or I should play a little tune and if someone wants to fly under their own power.
Would Dorian be able to hold halfling frame if
Yeah,
without too much?
slowly. It wouldn't be good for a chase, but for this circumstance, you could probably.
In that case,
it'd be half speed carrying you, so you'd be a little behind everybody.
then you don't use your wild shape because that's
I won't
wasting
use it.
something.
Mhm.
Then I'll do fly on us
Awesome.
3, and then you can do you 3. Save a little bit,
I'm gonna piggyback on Dorian.
and they can do it, unless you want to use that higher.
No, I will happily save that slot.
Okay.
Instead, only burn a 5th.
All right, I'll burn a 5th as well.
You're gonna put a 5th for it to do what? Makes one
To
fly? Or
fly,
tell-
to fly 3 people.
Now,
Why? I can do it for pretty cheap. You can?
Oh. If you prefer.
I mean,
Play-
fuck.
Cheaper's better.
Yeah.
Cheaper's better.
Let me just try this. I'll play a little tune, and I've got my mandolin, and I can cast fly. It's still at 3rd level, but I got a ton of slots for it, unused.
wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure. Would you give it a try? Who needs to
Wait,
fly?
but it's concentration.
Oh, I can only do one. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So you have to do it at a higher level in order to get multiple targets.
Yeah, you're right.
So I'll still do the 5th, or I can do 4th, and you can do 4th.
And you have to double roll for wild magic, or just 1/5?
I'll just do.
For wild magic?
Would you rather double roll or want me to bear the burden? You feel
Oh
lucky-
wait,
you
you'll
feeling
still have
lucky?
to do. You'll still have to do 4th to do.
Yeah,
or you
I'm
can
gonna
carry
one, and then cast.
I'll just do 5th then, and just do one well.
Okay.
I don't know. So you're carrying this one, and then I'm bringing myself, you, and you.
And I'm doing Fern, me, and
thank you.
Ashley.
Have a name.
So you're doing
Cheers.
a.
All right, so 5th left. All right.
Pretty ass motherfucker.
All right.
Jet's salty tonight.
Tonight.
See the size of that guy?
So with that,
Pie.
12.
11.
All right, you're fine. All of you kind of feel the gravity dissipate and the weight of your body begin to vanish. And with a bit of mental push, most of you are able to fly. You are being carried. But we all, as you all begin to take off, it's a rapid flying speed of 60 feet, but only 30 for you while you're carrying Orem. So everyone kind of stays at a slower 30-foot pace.
I'm spotting. So
Shoulders or piggyback? Sometimes I.
I think probably my feet are poking out under your armpits and my arms around your neck. Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
You all coast up in the air, kind of meeting the midway between the ceiling gap to the floor. Right as you approach the edge, the lip of this massive, empty space, you begin to see the faint layers where bits of light kind of flicker in and out throughout. There are many, many subterranean floors beneath this city ward that are carved through like a layered cake that just had the center of it pushed through. You can see parts of it are blasted open. It's not like an even, perfect cylinder. It looks like it was done violently. And there's bits of tangled, shredded metal and bits of stone that is cracked and collapsed. Some look like they've fallen in on there, and it's just an inaccessible mess. There are others that have what looks like floors, partial rooms that are exposed and accessible. And many of the aqueducts that run through the city here that drain and fall, creating dozens of small waterfalls that all just vanish into this pit below. Some of them also like partially flood some of these outcroppings. You can see as the water drips in and fills up what's exposed. Here as you look over this space, as it kind of glances around. All right, stay close. I'll see if I can recall the proper floors. He begins to descend into the open chasm as the rest of you follow suit.
Orem is looking for spiders and whatever the fuck.
Perception check for me if you don't mind.
all the wrong places.
Natural 1, I will roll it. That boy. That's a
yeah.
32.
No, you have disadvantage in here because of the lack of light.
Okay, so it should be a straight roll.
Yeah. So you're looking at a distance and very, very, very low light.
Oh, that's not as good. That's a 16.
16. Okay. It's challenging to make out much at this distance. As you slowly descend, you can see some of these openings. Flashes of metal hallways. You can see the occasional flicker of some sort of magic lantern or a torch that shouldn't be burning under these circumstances. That still kind of lights far down a hallway, almost like there's just blackness and then just one little like flickering beat of light and then darkness beyond it that sends a shiver through your spine as you just descend past it. That's the first basement floor. Moving down, you begin to see the aesthetic continuing with kind of these metallic walls, but dangling heavy cables that kind of pour out of areas. They could be like flexible shafts or some sort of distant containment cable that brought objects from one to the other, or possibly part of an expanded aqueduct system, as some of them appear to be dangling open and there is liquid kind of dripping from them slowly. Past the second level. The third floor you see is deeply damaged. Much of the area is blackened. The machinery around it is just twisted and broken. This place looks like the beginning of the real heavy damage is starting to come to bear. And with each little pass, as it goes through, going, they've suddenly picked a lot of this clean. And you can see, as some of you pass by, some of the shapes right as you go by, and the lights that you see on some of these levels passing from below and up. You see just the outer shadow of like a skeleton leaning against a piece of rock before it vanishes from sight. And you recall that the number of ancient bodies that reside in these ruins go beyond the city streets and likely are sandwiched all throughout the unknown depths of this Genesis ward.
Are we seeing any more lanterns lit or fires lit?
That's the sources of light.
When you see the light sources as you pass by, some of them look like they're like magically set in lanterns that kind of still remain glowing forever as the enchantment requires. There are other darkened bits where it looks like the enchantments have been snuffed, or areas where some have been removed. Individuals that may have like been wandering through here and took them for their own use and wandered elsewhere.
Okay.
But every now and then you see faint little bits of glows here and there. You go past to the fourth floor, the basement, fourth floor. This area is almost completely collapsed. There's one darkened area that looks open still, but there's no light. And as you pass by, it's hard not to see a half dozen pairs of eyes, yellowish, kind of glowing, that kind of shift through the shadow. One seems to look in your direction before you move past it. Floor's fun.
Can I use my nose?
Go for it.
Smell that ass.
Wow.
18.
18.
I'm a wolf, all right? Ass is my specialty.
You do definitely smell
Ass.
just so much of it. This is a massive asshole, actually. The entire no.
Oh my god.
Thank God we're here.
It's balmy.
Aeor's a person.
Wash your hands.
It was a butthole
Suddenly
all
a
along.
gush of wind.
That's what destroyed it. You smell sweat, but it's nothing you recognize. It is alien to your life experience. You also smell rust. You smell hard water. You smell rot. You smell the distant, like a faintest bit of almost like the sweet rotting of fruit. It's just a mishmash of different scents that kind of shift as you head down, and the occasional bit of like air kind of pours through, almost like there's sources of gentle wind within these stacks of these ruins. You can't understand what would be bringing wind through here, but as it blows through, fresh scents kind of wash it away, and as you go past that gust, you pick up those scents once more. It is throwing you off. And every now and then, those of you who are attuned to the weave of magic and crafting it, you just feel these tingles that move through you, like an odd little shimmer that goes through your body. It makes you uncomfortable, the concept of setting loose a powerful incantation in that presence.
This place tickles.
Most of these floors down here are not traversable. They are entirely collapsed and shut off. There is no visual perspective, and even Essek looks over and to one area. That is a fresh collapse there. I deign to think what had occurred there as of late. It's been a few years since I've been here, so since the Empire took the place under its wing, officially.
What was that?
Oh, series of various research floors, many of it still locked. Me and my partner were trying to map out as much as we could, but we weren't the only ones here. There are many minds looking to this space, and there were those coming in here to take what was worth, what they could find. There was dynasty interests that were setting up outposts, one of which was there, and it points to the 7th floor that is just this like ruined mass of stone and tangled metal. But it seems their operations have been shut down. I think, and you see as one floor comes up, there's a bit of a shelf outcropping. This is the 8th floor. This is as far down between this and elements of the 9th that I've been. But you had mentioned the occultus. What is it you called it?
The Ruby Vanguard?
No, the word we got from Astrid.
Oh, Dominox? No.
Cultist.
Thalamus.
I just want to make sure you guys have your notes still.
Yep.
I've come across some references to a thalamus on these 2 floors. We'll start with the 8th, and if this does not guide us anywhere of particular interest, we'll try and go for the 9th, though that is a bit more precarious. This 8th basement floor was, as far as I can tell, a lot of arcane experimentation. But many of these places were sealed off, and by the time we had gotten here, we had expended much of our capabilities, and at the first sign of any sort of danger, we had to leave for self-preservation reasons. So shall we begin?
Just out of curiosity, looking down past the 8th and the 9th, it's just ongoing wreckage until
It's just floors that are
visibility
collapsed
dies.
in, and you can see an area where like the floors are blown out further, almost like it opens up into even further darkness.
Do you know how deep it goes?
I have not been to the bottom, but he takes a coin from the inside of his robe and throws it.
No.
He goes, it just disappears. You have a very high perception. Go ahead and roll perception for me.
Come on.
Cocked.
Can't.
27.
27. It takes about 25-30 seconds before you hear the faint
25-30.
breaking the surface of water.
That's very far.
Water.
Water.
Water all the
Don't
way
y'all
down
don't
there.
y'all just want to dive on down?
Sounds fun.
I mean,
could possibly be down there.
This
No,
is a
I mean,
safe
yeah,
one,
no,
100%.
Probably the bodies of
terrible,
a bunch
but-
of other people who thought
I mean,
that this
just
was a
like
good idea.
Laura Croft it off, you know?
Oh,
One
yeah.
second.
Just dive it off.
Yeah.
Be my guest.
Stanford.
I'm going to go on the 8th floor. And he kind of like glides over on the edge of that kind of.
It must run off somewhere because it's been pouring here for who knows how long.
It's strange.
Well, I better hold up.
Magic waters, we've definitely learned recently, can come from anywhere and go to anywhere.
You know what that just reminded me of?
What?
When we lost FCG's coin in the tunnels of Drusar. It was strange being here without them.
I wonder if they would have, I don't know, remembered anything.
Felt something.
Yeah.
You know, when we finish this, and we have infinite free time, we should go back and find that coin.
We should.
Feels needlessly cruel that they're not here right now.
Like most cruelty is needless.
That is what makes it cruelty, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. Well fucking put.
Sorry, letters.
Let us begin. And he flies down, not quite touching the ground, and hear this kind of outcropping. It's about maybe 15 feet at its full extent, and it's only about 25, 30 feet to the edge before it like pulls back into the lip, and another broken wall kind of ends on one side, and the other just plummets off into darkness into the side. But here, as you all step down, the first thing you notice, there is a mass of fallen stone ceiling that is just crumbled in, like part of the upper floor that had fallen in and kind of filled in that space. There are bits of metal weaving through the wreckage in its own right. You see a tangled web of hanging cables that kind of hangs from the ceiling, and as you kind of approach, they're just kind of lying there still, almost like these impossibly thick hairs of some sleeping creature that makes you feel the ominous sense of the shadows within. But in the center of the wreckage, part of it has been cleared out, and you can see there is a braced archway, like a door to a hallway beyond that has been cleared and revealed. And at its base in your direction, it looks like there are 2 tables, modernized tables, and some small bags of supplies, and not unlike the tent that you had seen before, the remains of a Vanguard encampment, but no sign of any person there. As you kind of take in the sight for a second, this dull, distant, kind of vibrating hum seems to from further in the darkness.
What the fuck is up with that?
Is it continuous, or does it sound like breathing?
No, just that one.
Just that one.
Yeah.
Is it a breath, a tone?
Super low heart rate.
Sound of something big vibrating? I don't know.
Fuck. In the setup that they've left behind before they were murdered, are there any little magical lanterns of any kind that could travel?
You want to go ahead and step up to the table, and you see there is a set of oil lanterns, 2 of which look like they're broken. One that looks like it's functional but is empty. In some of the supply crates nearby, there are some small oil vials. You do also see, looks like heavy leather, like cured leather rolled up for probably travel notes for someone who's trying to like map things out, but have something that can weather the elements better than parchment or vellum can. You go look at it. Yeah, they're empty. These are blanks for use. It looks like this encampment was set up to be a waypoint for further progression.
Is there like a...
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, like a thick layer of dust or anything?
Yeah,
How...
that's my question. Does it look
yeah.
older than the other one?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
how unused?
One of you can make an investigation check with advantage if you'd like.
I will...
Has food been eaten?
You're probably better.
Not great.
Are there any
You're better than
drops
me.
of
I'll
blood
assist
around?
you.
Like,
Okay.
So roll twice. Take
Okay.
the highest. Get advantage.
Not great. Even worse. Sorry. 10.
10. I mean, they definitely...
They're pretty though.
They don't look as wrecked as the surroundings. You know, there's not a lot of dust here beyond what was created, probably in its destruction. Anything that wanders by, you don't see any heavy layer. That's the best you can make out.
And we all heard. Did we all hear that breath?
Oh, you
Like,
felt
We
that.
felt it.
cool. Is there blood on anything? Like drops?
Do you want to
Oh,
create a little
blood.
bit of light to try and take out more than just the shape of things?
Is our
around you?
flying done?
I mean, you're now on the platform, and there's a hallway
Save it.
before
We
it.
can light up one.
I mean,
I'll
it's only
go to-
10 minutes long.
I'll go about lighting one of these
Oh, okay.
oil
Okay,
lanterns.
so you go ahead and refill the oil, spark it. The lantern kind of wick lights. You turn it up as it does into lights. You can see the shape of the rubble around you. You do see one sign of a darker liquid. It's not a splatter. It's a streak that leads into the dark tunnel ahead.
Chet, does that smell like people?
Are you gonna smell it, or you just?
Yeah.
Okay, there we go.
Can I make a sniff above the streak, not touching it?
Yeah.
Sniff check.
How dare you?
8.
I mean, you have advantage on this because you're wolf. This is the thing you're good at.
19.
That's better. Definitely humanoid blood. It's not fresh, meaning it's not within the past few hours or so.
And it's a streak. It's not a smear.
I mean, no, it's
a
a smear.
Got
Like it's a faint bit that you see kind of like smearing and then dragged across some of the ruin and into the hallway beyond.
Are there also any kind of footprints or tracks of any kind accompanying either side of that smear? Like something was pulling it backwards?
No.
They float and bleed down here.
well, you don't see like any bloody footprints at least.
No bloody footprints.
If you want to make an investigation or survival check to look for any sort of tracks around it, you can.
I will do that. 26.
26. Indeed, there are many footprints. Yeah. There's been a lot of foot traffic through this hallway, both ways and all around the encampment here. This area has been a busy point in the Vanguard's advancement through these ruins.
And we're for sure going that way.
Yeah.
What are we hearing, Essek? Sorry.
I take up Pate.
Hey, what's the plan? Hey.
Shut up! Why do you have to say things when immediately summoned?
I thought that was what being alive's about.
Yeah, that was a little harsh.
Sorry, I'm sorry. All right.
I think I'm pretty good staying quiet most of the time.
Well, you are. I'm sorry. You. I'm under so much pressure. I didn't mean to snap at you.
Has Dorian met Pate?
Forgiven.
He has.
We have friends.
Yes, I think. Yes.
Best of friends.
Yes. Sweetie, I adjust it back for him.
Could have used that to our advantage.
I need you to go invisible.
Kate!
Why you gotta yell it?
He goes invisible?
I can't. He's his own. He's his own mouse. He's just
Inside voice. Whisper.
Kate! No. Check it out. I mean, I'm pretty loud inside too, but like, I'll try to keep it low. You have to understand, I don't really have vocal cords. It's just wind and bone making this. So I gotta push real hard to make anything work.
I can't believe it. This sound is just making me sad. Let him talk.
I know.
You don't
making me sad.
You don't have to push as hard.
You
know.
No.
We can also remember me and you can communicate telepathically.
You hear in your head.
Yeah, I know. Do you want to do that instead?
We'll starting now. Yes.
Okay.
All right. I'm gonna need you to go into this tunnel. Yeah. Do a little looky-loo. It's real dark, but you can see. You can see it through darkness.
I got you, no worries.
Let me know what you see.
Cool.
Glides into the shadow.
Yeah.
And in that stillness and darkness, you concentrate to experience what he sees beyond. And we're gonna go to break. We're at that midpoint, and it's a good beat to jump into this next leg of the exploration.
Yeah. I bet it's gonna be so
fine.
peaceful here.
Yeah. It's gonna be great.
Carnival movie.
Hooray! Or
Great. All right, we'll be back here in a few minutes.
Did Grog fuck a nymph?
No, he answered that.
He did. He didn't fuck her.
Wait, he did?
Yeah, he
Yeah, it was in
answered
the
that.
campaign wrap-up.
And that's what memories are all about.
Warlock's gonna warlock, baby.
Your mom's kind of sketchy too, right?
I don't know what you're talking about.
I regret everything!
Are you secretly in love with me?
The answer is yes.
That's Sapphic culture.
And now, a message from your Critical Role lore keeper, Danny Carr.
We here at Critical Role know that life happens. Sometimes your friend becomes a rampaging werewolf that you gotta calm down. Sometimes your other friend needs help dealing with a dead lady in her head. We get it. And when life happens, we're not always able to watch 4 to 5 hours of Critical Role a week. That's why our lore department has been working tirelessly to find a way to make it both easier and faster to consume Critical Role's main campaign without losing that rich and vibrant tapestry of story and lore the critter community has come to love. And after countless hours of hard work, we are happy to announce that we have found that way. Introducing Critical Role Abridged. Each episode of this Lorekeeper approved series has been carefully crafted by an incredibly devoted team to include everything you need to know to follow the Bell's House stories all in about 1 hour. We've even added new pieces of artwork, bringing characters, items, and moments to life, thanks to the help of our amazing community of artists from around the world. The time is now to begin your Critical Role catch-up with abridged episodes of the Bell's Hells campaign. New episodes air every Tuesday at 10 a.m. Pacific on YouTube. Beacon members receive 2 new episodes dropping every week on Tuesdays and Fridays.
Hey critters, Laura Bailey here to guide you through what's new in the Critical Role shop. Roll an investigation if you want. It's basically perfect. It's so cute. I can't handle it. Could anything be more perfect? Look at this. Isn't it fashion? So much fashion happening here. This is a lot of stuff, you guys. We have like so many cool things right now. Oh, so comfy cozy. I mean, the traveler always says impulse purchases are a good decision. Darling, I recommend buying 2. One for you and another for you. Let's be honest. And hey, if you want, you could head over to the Critical Role shop right now.
Delve into a new tabletop role-playing game of investigative horror with the Candela Obscura core rulebook using the Illuminated World system by Darrington Press. Roam the turn-of-the-century-inspired setting of the Fairlands, including the bustling city of New Fair and the ancient ruins of Old Fair below. Assemble a circle of investigators within the paranormal secret society of Candela Obscura. You'll analyze strange and horrifying events, fight back against dangerous phenomena, and contain the bleed that spreads from corruptive magic. Choose from 10 custom character sheets to empower your investigations and explorations. Use tactical intuition and brawn with the soldier specialty. Use your charm with finesse and flair as the magician specialty, or study and practice mystical arts as an occultist. Explore districts of Newfair, competing organizations, 4 full assignments, and dozens of example assignments to inspire you. If you choose to brave the role of Game Master, this guide contains everything needed to pave the way for your Candela Obscura investigators. Offered in both a standard edition as well as an ornate limited edition for collectors, the Candela Obscura core rulebook contains 204 art-filled pages, including maps, items, immersive notes, mysteries, and plenty more to power your very own story. Keep this tome close, for the knowledge obtained may be the key to protecting you, your allies, and the Fairlands.
His tripotentiary guard are walking up the main street, carrying a coffin.
The blazing brightness of the un beating down upon them.
Weep is shrouded and veiled and gloved against it, huddled under the shade of a somber and ornate parasol, leading the procession.
A silent specter. A bandolier of quietly pumping hoses and black vials encircling his body.
Cute disembodied rabbit head tumbleweed.
This is serious. We're taking this seriously. This is a somber moment. A dead wind blows. It just so happened that there was a disembodied rabbit head tumbleweed.
Read the appendices if you're confused.
The rook to B6.
Okay, save that over.
Trying it.
Okay. Wait, it's blank. There's nothing in here. What the hell?
The phonograph said that the answer would be in the journal.
Oh, maybe we missed something, like some clue we're not thinking of.
We only have 4 minutes left. Okay, think.
Oh, the song said, look to the beacon. Look to the,
Right, beacon, light, the light room.
Okay. The cryptics. The key is in the cryptics!
We know!
So if every other letter
Times 2
is the combination.
Did you say times? Times like a clock. It's on the clock! But how do you open it?
Okay, what is it?
Okay, it's 6,
Okay.
2, 4.
Yeah.
6, 2, 4? It's 624!
0.
Guys, I think I found it!
But it's not opening!
So how do you unlock this?
That's not the cryptics. This is a cryptics.
Wait, I think if I push my fingers into... no, that's not working.
We just need the code word. What's the 6-letter code?
I think it's jammed!
Arlo said that in order to find the answer we need, we have to look to the beacon.
Right? But Colonel Popcorn's telegram says... Be aware. Stop. Exciting new. Stop. Amazing. Stop. Critical Role content available at beacon.tv. Oh my god. No idea how to finish this fake telegram. Stop.
Reveal your secrets to me!
Can either of you help me with this?
That's not a cryptics.
I am very aware.
Okay, what about this? Huh? It says try using beacon.
Hey, Travis, could you help with the...
Not now, dude. I'm trying to save us. We only got 90 seconds left.
10% off merchandise, members only Discord, exclusive new series. Is that a clue?
I don't know. It just feels too obvious, like something that a lazy writer would try and shoehorn into a script.
Well, that would also explain this.
I know. That's useless.
Literally, no one says literally anymore.
Exactly.
We're running out of time, people! Come on!
Okay, we just need a 6-letter word that unlocks this artifact and also unlocks amazing content.
Also, would it kill you to try to help us, Ashley?
What do you think I'm doing? While you all were busy sucking eggs in La La Land, when I was making an improvised munitions charge that'll blow this door off with minimal loss of life and hearing.
You don't explode a door, Ashley. That's not how an escape room works.
Oh, really? Because that is literally what this is. An escape room.
Did you say literally?
30 seconds!
Help! It's again.
Fire in the hole! Ah!
Hey guys, yeah, good job, or not, I guess. Tried your best.
Did we do it? Did we escape?
No, you didn't.
Oh, so close.
It was this stupid cryptics. The code word was too hard.
It was impossible.
Was it?
Yes.
What was the name of the detective?
Detective Beacon.
Yeah, it was Beacon, yeah? And where did the murder take place?
Beacon Street.
Yeah. And what was the name of the law firm that hired Detective Beacon to exonerate the Beacon State graduate from the murder on Beacon Street?
Beacon and Associates.
So, what was the code word?
It's Beacon! It's Beacon!
Oh.
Yeah, see? Here's the room key. And here is all the cool new info about Beacon, our new membership program that offers discounts, early access to the Critical Role podcast, and new content like Critical Role Abridged and Reslayer's Take, along with exclusive content like Fireside Chats, the Crit Roll Cooldown, and many more to come.
So how do you get into the clock?
You don't! That's just a clock!
Kyle, I have a problem.
What did you do? Those weren't even here for the escape room. Where did you even get those?
Hello, bees, it's me again. Look to the beacon, my old friend.
And welcome back. So, first off, what is your marching order as you progress? We're going to go to Pate in a second, but I want to know, the hallway here entrance is about 15 feet wide, the area where you are. So you can go in waves of 3 if you want to fill the space.
I'll take it because I got dark vision.
I'll take it because my eardrums are alive.
Super keen.
Are you turning off that light source?
I think
as we
so.
walk?
I think so.
Let's.
I'm gonna go behind
back
Orem.
who's got dark vision too.
I
else has
think
dark vision?
Orem and I will be up like
Oh, wait,
50
yeah, he
feet
has to
up
shoot. I don't know
in
who
front
has
of
dark
everybody.
vision.
else.
Okay.
Are we in the dark?
I'll be up front too, just because I also have dark vision.
I mean,
well, we need someone in back with dark vision too.
Here's the thing. Yeah,
That's fair.
it
I'll be in back
it
with
is
dark
fairly
vision.
lightless within, so most of you will be blind if there is no light source.
Elephant horn.
As long as you're cool with that.
Can I turn on? Can I bring up my lights?
Yeah.
But keep them dim? Can
Yeah,
I control?
They're dim by nature. I'll say you can control them to like
them in the center.
like a night light sort of.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll hang back in the back group. And I'm haunted by it, so I'm gonna assume Dorian's haunted by that breath that we heard. It just felt otherworldly, and nothing's there. So I think I'm gonna cast see invisibility.
Okay.
And that's a 2nd level spell, so I should be safe.
Yeah.
And that does also allow me to see into the ethereal plane. So
Correct.
ethereal creatures and objects.
Indeed.
Just in
Cool.
case.
And it's not concentration, so I can know.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
right,
walk.
just 1 hour.
I'll walk
got
in
it.
front of Dorian.
It gave me the spookies.
Ashton, were you with Vern?
Yeah, I'll like right behind. Yeah, right there, just so I want to be able to move fast if something goes wrong to either side.
Or I'll walk next to.
that's
I'll walk
great.
next to Dorian.
Amazing.
I think Lana said she was gonna be up front.
Okay, so Lana, you're up front.
I'll be in the middle.
All right, Essen's
There.
going to stay next to Ashton.
All right.
After seeing what you did. Like, I would prefer to have somebody get in the way if something comes at me quickly.
I'm very good at that. Let's go, Pop.
As the globules of crackling energy kind of gently drift along with you as you step, kind of alighting the footfalls ahead of you. Slowly, you see the unveiling of the kind of smooth bits of almost marbled stone floors and the scattering of broken stone that is occasionally cast from the nearby partially ruined, fallen-in walls, the crumbled piles, and the occasional gap you can see above that leads to the floor, up to the 7th floor above you, up into shadow as well. Pressing forward, there is almost like a slick layer that reflects the light. Like everything here is just ever so faintly moist. The temperature is warmer than the central city, and there is no frost gathering in this area either. There are a number of places in the city where magically the temperature fluctuates drastically, and there's places that are ice-coated in frost and some places that are temperate and warm. This is like a warmth interior. That smell, that like sweet rotting fruit smell is stronger here, but it has like an acrid bile sort of smell that mixes with it. It's just like sweet and sick that makes you uncomfortable. You continue on for about 80, 100 feet or so. It's just a straight hallway. Only parts of it fallen in and continuing to separate. And you come upon the first open door.
Is that trail still 80, 100 feet still going? That blood
Trail's still going.
Okay.
It's not like super thick. It's
If
like
it stops for some reason, I'd like to stop.
I'll let you know.
Okay.
I'm still looking for Pate.
You also
kind
said
of
there
linked
was-
arms with Fern as I look through.
I'm holding on to her.
You also said there was stone scatter. Did we see any of like rock pushed out of the way, like something had been pulled through?
In the areas where you are,
or did the goo just trail over it? In a straight line?
No. Where you see it, it's a dragged smear, and the stones are pulled with it. And it's just a faint smear. Like it's not like a heavy amount of blood, but it's enough to still leave like in some places almost like a dotted line fake trail it's being dragged through. Make a perception check for Pate for me if you don't mind.
Okay.
Guidance?
I'll allow it.
Take it. Okay. 12.
Okay. glances about, and he sees that same doorway to the left. That it has like a somewhat angular archway that kind of comes to like not a full smoothed archway or a flat surface, almost like a refracted gem peak to it, and a smooth like metal frame to it, and an interior from there that
It's open.
It's open. There's no door there. It's just an arch.
I tell Pate to peek in.
He peeks in. Better look than what he can tell. There is a door on the opposite end that is open, so it looks like it's a push inward type door. There is a bar handle on it. It's no wider than maybe 30 by 25 feet. 25 feet wide, about 30 feet from where the door is. At a first glance, it looks like it was once a storage chamber of some kind. There's large sections of piping, like sections of pipes that are just kind of set to the side of various widths and thickness. There are like massive containers that are stacked up, some that are tipped to one side and are empty. A number of other stacked bits up to almost the corner of the room. And you see odd bits of loose cabling that are kind of like wound up and placed in a pile.
You said there's another door across the way that also looks...
No, that's the entirety of this chamber.
All right. I flagged to the others. Looks like this is a storage unit, a bed. On the left, you said that was?
On the left side, yeah.
Okay, I tell Pate to come out and keep scouting ahead for us, just
No movement on the inside of that thing?
Not that he could see, but, you know, he's not the brightest in the bunch.
Okay.
And how far ahead is he and us?
Well, how far ahead of you do you want him to be?
I mean, I'd say at least 120 feet. Let's say 120 feet.
120 feet. Okay, this changes things.
Wow. Yeah, he can be pretty far ahead.
Okay, so you guys, just as you just start stepping into the hallway and seeing these things when Pate kind of picks up the side of this door.
Okay, so I flagged to them that there's a turned storage thing.
Okay. You all continue to walk along carefully in this dark, ominous hall. About 40 feet beyond that, there is another door that is partially closed, like slightly ajar on the right-hand side, opposite end.
He peeks in.
Okay. He scoots in. Make a perception check for him.
Ribbons. That's still a D4, right? It hasn't changed. All right, it's a little better. 17.
17. He kind of crawls into the side of the wall on the inside, glances about. This, a little bit wider than the previous chamber. This has a number of like stools arranged and kind of cluttered into one corner. There are what looks to be like 6 large glass cylindrical containers that are stacked on the far wall. One of them looks fallen and shattered all over the ground, and it's just like broken glass that fills the entirety of the space within. There are shelves that have like movable pieces that he can't really see from where he's standing. He kind of flies up and looks, and most of them look empty. That's pretty much the best that he can make out from the cursory glance.
You have see invisibility up?
I do, I can see him.
Can you do a check and make sure there are no things watching us?
Yeah, I think Dorian's been scanning for it since he's walked into this room. Just seeing if there's any wisps in the shadow while kind of simultaneously watching Pate and hoping he's not like triggering a trap or doing something a horny rat would do.
Okay. So you're following him into the chamber? I know, I'm serious, because Pate's 100
really
feet ahead of you
far ahead of
guys.
us. Yeah, he's like 120 feet up,
Yeah,
right?
so he's like giving you the quick heads up of what's coming, and then you eventually approach and gather as he's moving.
He can just see him and everything.
Yeah, I think I've
he's
sort of
just
been absent-mindedly following him while I've been watching him. But
yeah.
Maybe 30 feet away, something like that.
Okay. Scouted way ahead of
You
us
went
then.
way ahead.
I kind of just was dialed in, like watching him move
Okay.
while looking around.
Okay, and you do not have dark vision, correct?
I do not.
I'm gonna say it in Dorian's brain. What, Dorian? You know you're getting pretty far ahead of us.
Sorry.
No, I mean, if that's what you want.
No, it's not what I want. Sounds like it shouldn't be what I want, but I'll stop.
Can you see anything?
Not really
Whisper
anymore.
Up the hall.
Like the further we get away, I'm starting to. I think that's why I got like away from the group. Is the further we get away from your light, I'm losing. Even though I can see invisibility, I can't see anything. So.
Yeah, you can like see him in a weird way. Like it's darkness, but there's like a little bit of a faint kind of halo that is Pate, and so you're kind of following this little light as it kind of flutters down the hallway, and then it kind of vanishes into the room, and that's when you kind of like lose focus on him and realize how far you've wandered from the group. You kind of draw back and reconvene. So you pass the room on the left.
I tell everybody else.
Looks like this room past this on the right is maybe some kind of laboratory.
Maybe. Seeing rows of glass. Glass cylinders.
Are they all still closed, or any of them broken open?
The doors. Can I have Pate investigate further and see if? You said one of the cylinders has crashed open.
One of them
right?
has fallen over and is shattered.
Okay,
There's just glass all over the ground. Yeah.
This is the lab room on the right.
It's on the right. So it's storage first on the left, lab on the right.
You can roll an investigation check for Pate if you'd like.
Yeah. Garner?
Guidance.
Do good.
13.
13. Pate gives
No, that was a natural 19. I'm sorry. It was hard to see in the light.
It's very dark in here.
You just add his intelligence modifier.
Yes.
He's so smart.
Oh, I've been adding his wisdom modifier, but they're one separate. So yeah, it's nothing. So 21.
21. I've been glancing about the inside of this room. I mean, most of these containers are opaque or empty. Either they're being stored there, or he's just kind of looking around the space. He goes and like looks up at some of the shelves up there. Some like they have some objects in them. Looks like it could be tools. It's kind of hard to pull without yanking it out. He's like,
Should I go ahead and pull it out? What do you think?
Wait, what?
Do you want me to rummage through things for you?
No.
Okay.
He backs out and kind of like flies out of the room as you kind of get within about 15 feet of him, and you see him kind of fly out and emerge in the middle of the hall.
It's all yours.
So he said he didn't. What did you say again? I zoned out.
He didn't see anything, but he saw in some of the upper shelves there was like tools or materials in there, and he was asking if he could rummage through it for you.
Tools and materials.
Glass tubes are empty, right?
That we know of.
That's what he
That's what he said, yeah. Or
And he rolled a 21.
There could be more, there could be nothing.
Yeah, you rolled pretty high, guys.
Is that humming sound that unsettled Dorian and all of us getting louder as we progress?
No, you just heard it the one time.
Oh, it was a single thing? It wasn't an ongoing?
No.
Cool.
I know that makes it worse.
Yes.
Yeah, it's worse.
Yeah,
Yes, because
right?
it's not
It's not a
a
constant.
furnace or something.
Yeah. It's just the pipes.
What's that pinging noise is way better. Yeah.
So, I've been a bit further down this hall, but the hall has been sealed at the end. Last time we were here, this was about as far as we got. There should be one more chamber up here where we found a notebook at the time that made mention of the thalamus, which is why I thought of this chamber as what might at least allude to or give us information pointing to what the Vanguard is doing. The fact that we saw a abandoned, if recently used, Vanguard waypoint at the entrance of here says that we're probably on the right trail for now.
So this one right here on the right?
No.
No, the
at
one,
end
the
of hall.
third?
So we can skip these rooms and move down towards the end of the hallway.
Isaac's been here before. Probably picked clean. Yeah, I sent Pate ahead. Isaac, that notebook you found, was it in a new notebook or an old one? Mentioning the cult.
This was remnants of old papers that were recovered from elements of these research chambers. Some of them had been already ransacked, so we only had shreds to go off of, and translating was its own challenge outside of magic to aid our eyesight. But this region here beneath Genesis Ward, it seems to be central to a lot of the magical research and technology that was being developed within the city, which also makes sense as to why it's been such a focus of the Assembly's excavation and flag planting, if you will.
So these notes about thalamus, they're ancient notes.
Yes.
You're saying this potential cult he was with could be as old as the prime of this city?
I don't know what the thalamus means other than...
Thalamus, it doesn't necessarily mean cult.
Of, not a cult of.
A cultus.
But if it's so old.
Could very well be. The thalamus was referred to as being part of this subterranean region. But once again, we were also careful to not touch everything we found.
Did your note say anything about Dominox?
No,
Have you heard of anything like that?
I have not.
That's what they said took up residence here? That's why Ludinus came here in the first place. There was a creature or something that got unleashed, had taken up residence, and it was killing off the Vanguard.
How far in here have you gone before?
I'll show you the sealed door, or at least where it might have been.
But this is the deepest you've ever gone in?
Yeah.
Is up ahead of us?
Well, level 9 is the deepest you went.
There are floors beneath this, but
on this floor, it's just a little bit further.
Yeah, that's what he said.
Doorway at the end of the hall.
I'll let you know when we've reached the point. I have not transgressed.
You came in here with just one other person?
Must have been one hell of another person.
Dangerous.
You're not wrong. But even we have our limitations, and everything here is dangerous in its own right. To even get to this point, we expended so many resources that we had to decide to return at another time. And when we were ready to delve further, by then the Empire had already taken the entirety of this base. It wasn't safe to get close.
Wow.
The Assembly has a tangled history with my partner and I. And,
I'll bite. Who is this guy? A woman or...
Oh, he's a man. A very powerful practitioner of the magical arts. He is also, well, he teaches on occasion.
Insight check.
Make an insight check.
Is he lying? 28.
28.
Oh.
Yeah.
Whisper.
I can crunch as loud as I want.
Yum.
Crunch, crunch.
This whisper brought to you by
Popcorn.
popcorn.
Nice.
Flaming hot puffs.
What's that in my teeth? It's popcorn. Every time.
His name is Bren, and he is very intelligent. I think he might have been the one to bring you here if he wasn't otherwise occupied. But nevertheless. I'm sorry, my anxiety shows there's something about... I dislike not knowing what's coming, especially given the stakes and what we do not know. There are a few things I hate more than not knowing.
Don't worry, Seth. We got your back.
So far, so good.
Stand by two.
Okay. Pate continues on, and the left-hand door, the last door that was set before the sealed portion of this hallway that Esk had mentioned, is collapsed inward. That part of the hall has fallen in, and it's just a blockade of rubble. Where the other side of the wall is similar damage, it looks like this part of the wall was either it collapsed or it fell in due to an intentional detonation, but there is now a braced arch. It looks like some sort of magically crafted band that's been placed in that's now supporting most of this collapsed part. And where there previously was some sort of a sealed entry point. And you see signs of it along the metal walls around you, now missing. As it
So,
can-
just to the archways have been braced later, like people who have explored it and gone through.
Yeah,
or
this was
sort of
like a fresher metal. Like either this was set here to keep it up, or the place was damaged to allow progress and then was braced as part of that to continue to leave it open.
Was this here last time you were here?
This was not. This, in particular, was a very strong magical ward that had kept us at bay, is what we had left. So,
Who's adding these? Who puts these here?
oh, this would be the assembly, I'm sure. Or at least the Vanguard, whoever these allies are.
Chet, you want to check for traps? This is making me itch.
Sure. I'll look around at a big braced doorway for traps.
Make an investigation check.
17.
17. Doesn't appear to be formally trapped. It's actually pretty sturdily built. And there's a faint... You can sense a faint enchantment on it, so it is magically empowered in its bracing capabilities. So this is a fairly sturdy pathway.
Just curious if there's anything to trigger it turning off.
Of course, yeah.
Looks clean.
Let's keep going.
Pate continues to flutter ahead. There's now, looks like a small intersection. There are 2 doors to each side, both that appear closed, and the hallway begins to curve a little bit to the right just past them.
Where's that blood go?
In your body.
The blood is continuing down this hall.
In both of the
It's like a hospital line.
It's very, very like thin trail, and it is fading as it goes. Like it's getting lighter and lighter.
So 2 doors on either side that look shut.
Mm-hmm.
Do they look sealed or just someone pulled the door closed?
Roll a perception check for Pate.
Oh god.
Guidance.
We're not.
Still 100 plus feet.
Oh,
wow, Yep.
You're crushing.
19.
19. So you glance at the doors. They are closed, and they have the same kind of iron handles on them. You can see that in one of the doors there is like a stone, just like a square stone about that big that is placed right next to the iron handle. The other door itself is closed, does not have this, but they're both just shut.
There's a square stone in the door, like inlaid?
Yeah.
Does it have writing on it or anything like that? Is
No
it
writing.
a mark? All right, I conveyed this to the others. 2 doors, just shut. Maybe now is the time to check for traps.
I can do another check.
If we want to go in, or we just keep going straight.
Wait, Isaac, have you been in these ones?
He hasn't gone past that.
We've reached my
Your
point
point,
of
okay.
mystery.
Right here?
Well, points to the brace.
Wow, we are. There's not a lot of people who've been this far down in the last 100 so years. Feels good.
It's exciting.
He points down to the numerous steps that push through the rock. Correct. We are probably among the 50 or so.
That's very fucking impressive.
I'm
You're not kidding.
There we go.
Fucking moon.
Let's go.
Top 50.
It's,
Are we popping
Kinda
in
think
these
we should
doors
just-
or just keep going?
I feel like we should just.
I'm not going to touch anything, but are we catching up to this point?
He's still a little ahead.
Okay.
Yeah.
But he's
At
moved
least like
forward?
60 feet. Yeah, he's
I'm
moving
just curious
forward.
if that stone, it's a stone square in the middle of the door? Does it, I'm not touching it, does it look movable? Is it like inlaid?
Make an investigation check.
No, that's not going to go well.
Look at Pate.
I'm still following.
It's like a little sky
10?
dancer.
I mean, it's made of a different stone than the rest of the door. Because the door, like, it has elements of stone in it, but a lot of it is just like a metal, almost like a brass or even tin color. You're not quite sure what the material is. And this kind of stone square doesn't match the rest of it.
No writing of any kind that we can't read or decoration. Okay.
Is the stone colored at all?
It's like an off-white, where the rest of the metal there has almost like a richer orange kind of brass coloration to it.
Is it as scary as a wooden chair?
I know.
Could be.
Did you check it for traps?
The door?
Yeah.
What if we push on it?
Well, let's check it for traps first.
No.
Yeah, sure, I'll give it a trap check.
Chickadee check.
11.
11. No traps.
It's not trapped. Give it a push.
You pushing the stone?
I'm gonna step
Well,
away.
I don't know, because the way you said that.
Just push it.
I'll push it.
Okay. You push the stone. The door opens slightly. Nothing.
It is like a chair. Honestly, I want
Can we just peek our
Can
head?
I just? Can I? Does it feel like if I kind of touch the stone that there could be anything that once was like carved into it? You know,
The door's open.
yeah, but maybe there's like used to be writing, but it broke. I don't know. It just feels like flat stone.
Looks like flat stone, yeah.
What does it mean?
Why is there square?
It's magic. It's all magic.
Dumb
Yeah,
square
I'm
right here. It's got to mean
starting
something.
to peek the head
Maybe
in.
it's just a square.
There's no light.
You want past the room? Or
Square room?
Looking
Peeking
in.
in.
Yeah.
or looking in the room?
Yes.
Okay. You glance in. On the opposite side of the door is a matching piece of stone that has a faintly glowing glyph on it.
Oh.
It looks like that stone is enchanted in some way. You kind of glance in the rest of the room. It's a fairly wide room. It's about twice as large as other ones you've seen. This has a number of tables that are like smashed to one side, like they've all been shifted together into one space. And there are a half dozen ancient corpses in here, not unlike the ones you saw in the city above. Nearly mummified in the lack of moisture that's been within this chamber. Like the skin is still like paper thin, stretched against the skeletons as they're all just kind of on the ground, jaws open aghast.
Are there any velociraptors hiding in here?
What are you looking for?
Threats.
Velociraptors?
Threats.
Okay.
Threats. 27%.
27 in this room. You don't see any creatures, but you hear something. And you kind of look across where these tables are smashed together. There is broken glass. There are like long coils of tubing. You can see what look to be other implements and tools of long, thin pieces of metal with hooks in the end, things you don't recognize. There is one of those similar glass containers you saw in the previous chamber that's aloft and in the far back corner. And as you hear the sound, it's coming from it. And it looks opaque, almost like something is kind of stained or smeared the glass from the inside. And you shoot
Does it seem like it has air on the inside of it, or fluid, or can't tell?
You kind of glance in a little closer, and each time those little happens, that like dark shape, that opaqueness of the glass kind of like shifts. It looks like boiling tar.
Oh, it's great. That's great.
I don't think we
You
need to
know,
fuck with that.
here's the thing. I feel like any of these rooms have been picked clean by the assembly, and maybe these squares are warning signs, like, hey, don't go in these rooms.
And gently close the door. Let's just let it sleep. They clearly want their sleep. Let's just.
Yeah, I'm gonna back. Well, I'll take a second just to look at the ancient corpses on the floor.
Maybe this is like a
Can
movie
Essex
go to
make
get
anything
boba.
of the glyph on the stone?
Yes, it comes in just the chamber and looks at it. Yes, this is for locking it from the inside. If you were to place your hand upon this glyph, it would put an arcane lock on the door that would only be able to be closed, opened by the individual that had set it from the opposite side. So this was for locking the interior, and glancing around within here, this was an experimentation room of some kind. And he like dips down and starts looking at the implements around here. This was an enchantment room. And a lot of these here are used for holding magical essences, sometimes within various schools of arcana. Here, and he kind of puts into part of the rubble here and pulls up like carefully, like brushing off what looks to be a sword blank, like a short sword blank. Because you can see there the beginnings of runic carvings in here. It looks like this might have been an extension of an experimental armory, or It might have even just been a production house for the Aeorian military, I'm not certain.
That's a short sword blade without hilt? Or...
Correct, yeah, it's a blank and it looks like it's partially carved. Yeah. Kind of takes it and kind of looks it over. It's not magical. It looks like they began the process of preparing it for enchantment and it was discarded. And he kind of like sets it on the ground.
Clearly they got busy.
We should keep moving.
Yeah. Pate is still ahead.
Okay. So you back out and close the door. All right. Close the door behind. Close the door to the right. Do you continue on forward?
Yeah, Pate didn't check those out. He kept moving.
Okay.
Or at least I don't.
You push on, and Pate kind of enters a space where the hallway begins to open up into a larger chamber. Okay. You said he has dark vision, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's demon sight too, so he can also see through like magical darkness.
Right. He peers in here and looking through his eyes.
Sight is what it's called. Sorry. Keep going.
Peering through his eyes. This chamber. It's almost like the end of this hall, but there's. And some of you pick it up too. There's like that smell that you found earlier. It's getting stronger and stronger the further you push into it. And now it's carrying like a metallic taste on your tongue. This is less of a solid room, but it looks like a waypoint. There are tunnels to the right and left and across the way, like a larger square, like somewhat rounded square chamber. And this is where multiple, like 4 different halls conjoin. The floor is completely littered with more of these ancient corpses, all in similar states of ancient decay. But that isn't what catches your attention through Pate, though. What catches your eyes, through his eyes immediately, are the many chains that hang from the ceiling in here, dangling from the ruined stone above. Black, jagged chains, many ending in wicked-looking hooks. And atop many of these hooks are hanging bodies, just still and aloft, feet, inches, sometimes feet above the ground, different heights.
Ancient bodies?
Take an investigation check. Or perception, your choice.
Because we're not here yet. It's just Patty.
Guidance. Guidance.
Come on, Patty.
I mean, it's still an intelligence roll, right?
Come on, Patty.
Yeah.
Guidance.
Intelligence or wisdom. It's perception's wisdom and intelligence is
Oh,
investigation.
okay, so I was doing it right then.
Yeah.
When you said perception earlier.
Okay. Go, Patty.
Yeah, we'll use wisdom because he's a little bit smarter, so that's 22. I rolled a 19 for him.
22. The withered bodies on the ground are skeletal, beyond just the element of mummified remains and paper-thin flesh across it, those that still have it, mummified in these moments of chaos and horror. The bodies in these chains are meaty. They are recent.
Oh my god. Okay.
They are full, and many of them have on them familiar attire.
Vanguard attire?
Vanguard robes, armor-wearing emblems and symbols. Some hanging on it through the back, some hanging in the front, kind of carved under the sternum, hanging on the inside of the rib cage between.
Go, yeah.
Is that your reaction? You laugh?
Yeah.
Blind in this hallway.
That's just for sure. This is dope.
There's over a dozen bodies that hang in this room.
A dozen.
Yeah, can Pate look up?
Yeah, he looks up.
They're all just emerging from the stone. They're not affixed to anything, it looks like.
There's nothing hanging out on the ceiling.
Yeah.
Make another perception check if you'd like.
And real quick, while
Well,
he's
no, we'll go with the one you sent already. He looks up. He doesn't see anything in the ceiling beyond just like, there are elements of stone that are cracked through, and there's like maybe here and there like a bit of ceiling that has fallen, and you can see like a dark gap, maybe a few inches wide, that maybe proceeds into the 7th floor above. But most of the chains are just emerging from the stone.
I don't like it. Just emerging from, like they were mounted in there.
Let's get in there.
Well, while he's investigating the bodies, does any of it look familiar from the encampment we saw earlier with the like euphoric, manic smile on any of their faces? Like the murder-suicide that we saw?
I'd say a little over half of them carry a strange final grin across their face.
Dominox. Dominox. It's in his name. Yes, hey, tell everybody these about a dozen bodies. They're fleshy, they're plump, and a few have that maniacal, euphoric grin on their faces. So whatever this Dominox is, I'm starting to understand why Ludinus had to come out here and make it his problem.
You didn't happen to see Ludinus on one of those trains, did you?
None of them were quite Ludinus.
Campaign over.
Yep. Oh, look at that.
Thanks, Dominox.
Big bad off screen. Sorry, guys.
Time for margaritas.
Hi, Dominox. You're my favorite customer.
Just in case things go really bad, I'm immune to poison. I think I should just mention that now. Just in case.
So go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was just gonna have him. So there's a big open chamber, 4 open tunnels. It looks like that look very open.
Well, 3 other ones beyond the one that you're going through.
Is there any kind of? Well, it's dark as shit, isn't it?
Pitch dark.
Yeah,
It
it's
is
still pitch dark.
black in there. You guys are still way
We're
behind.
still around the corner, right? We haven't entered. But what do you want me to ask him?
If there's any sort of like technology or anything that you can see, does this feel like another laboratory?
What's technology?
Technology.
Or is it just
technology? Right.
I mean, like if you're looking through his eyes, then you're kind of seeing what you can see.
What do you know about white stuff? We were just there. I just saw the sitting room.
First he gave me a tour. He thought you were all lame.
It's like roleplay masturbation.
Love
My character gave my character everything cool.
technology?
For a second, I thought we got it.
Anyway, you did. No, I'm not disagreeing. I just find it amusing in a metatextual
We made
sense.
out off screen. Anyway.
He needed it.
Yeah.
He begins to like flutter from body to body and glancing around the space within. You can see like among the chains, like the ground itself also has this like tangled weave of long chains that pull through and knot and yank the other side. Between like the bits of fallen stone, you can see shattered furniture and some that still kind of partially stands. He kind of begins to flutter past the centerpiece and goes like,
Well, I don't really don't know if it's a laboratory, but there's different rooms. It's this way and this one, and this way.
So you said there's a lot of chains littering the ground as well. What if it's like some sort of like nightmarish possessed Aeorian tech that's like using chains to reach out and grab people?
Maybe that's what it is. Did he say? I zoned out because I was looking at my spell list. Did he say that the chains were leading through a certain set of doors? There was chains leading anywhere?
No, it was just a
But he
spaghetti
meant like the chains are just kind of appearing. I don't know. Watch the ground. I feel like everyone should watch where we step.
I mean, the body that got dragged, whatever got dragged, was a blood trail, right? Does it end in that room? Did it get like yanked up?
I think we're gonna have to go in.
your connection to Pate is lost.
No!
Why
He just got eaten up.
No!
He just got eaten up. He's on us now.
Can we go in now?
Chad, what if you geometry or something?
I'm running for the
Watch your feet, Chad!
Christ. This goddamn hallway to like
Sorry for protecting your ass.
Makes sense for
you can
Chetney.
help it.
All right, watch your feet. I think this is bad. He got eaten or something.
Okay, we take off after Chet.
I'm gonna go.
All right.
I don't know.
You want to run all balls to the walls? Let's go.
I'm gonna walk briskly. I'm gonna walk briskly because I want him to set off a bunch of shit.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch Chet go in first.
You guys all charge in behind Chet.
Just me.
No.
Just me. I'll take it.
Okay.
Just me.
No.
Okay.
Fucking follow, you motherfucker.
We all go in
You
behind
carefully
with a form of
approach at a
dread,
distance. You form of dread.
Yes.
Kind of shifting. Your form of dread resembles at this moment.
It's toned down from what Imogen saw the other day, but a little morning veil comes over top of me and look a little banshee-esque.
You got it. As you all kind of drift in, you go in and kind of as the light falls in, you can see indeed the floor here is slick. The chains around here are blood coated. There are pools beneath many of these bodies, and two of them look like they're even still dripping.
Oh, so
fresh.
Orm is on
Fresh enough to where they're still like, and it's like faint, like every now and then just a drop. You glance around rapidly where you lost contact, and you see Pate on the ground. Skull, body, just no longer active.
And he had been invisible.
Can I do a double sniff and also activate my training from Hunter's Bane for Fey Fiends or Undead just to rule that out?
Sure. Go ahead and...
Wait, no longer active. Like,
I'm gonna...
the magical force got sucked out of him?
It's no longer present.
15.
15. I mean... Something about the smell in this place, the scent, distinctly feels fiendish.
I was wondering.
Like it just permeates the air here, subtly and sourcelessly, everywhere.
Being a Pact of the Chain warlock, anything fucking plot like tingling.
I mean, it looks pretty terrifying and fiendish in nature.
I'll go ahead.
If you want to make a religion check or an arcana check to see if you can pick up any sort of possible information from what you see before you.
Are we saying we've all run up to the outside of this door at this point?
I think we've all crept
Okay,
up.
so we've got light source then, to a degree as well, from
what? Imogen's been kind of leading with you.
Sure.
I'm trying to
Unless you
eyes
prefer
on the back.
otherwise.
Not big.
We need light.
I can't
Yeah,
see
keep stumbling through the dark if
The
you
only
want.
other thing
like-
you could do is turn the lantern on.
As you prefer.
Because it's mine is, my lights are a
That's a
concentration
good
spell,
call.
so.
You die yours down, I'll turn the lantern on, and I'm stepping in behind Chetney, and I am scanning every corner of the room for movement
I'm gonna cast
threats.
fly on myself.
16.
Just to get off the ground.
Keeping eyes on the back of us.
16 on Arcana.
16 on Arcana.
I rolled a 3.
Okay.
On that much.
What you do notice is the chains, not even affixed to anything, they look like they were conjured through the stone.
Oh my
Growing out of the zone.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna do the quietest hybrid transformation ever. Just
Sound like a haircut.
Just quietly
Reverse.
peeling
Skin.
the gnome skin off.
Would you roll?
Taking a-
27.
27, okay.
And taking a cue off of Imogen, I'm gonna also cast Spider Climb on myself so I can skitter along the walls, and I just tell everybody, these chains were not built here. It's like they were conjured. Watch them.
You look through here and you see like where some of the bodies are. Some of them are holding on the chains, almost like they were trying to either pull themselves off of it or pull themselves on. You also see a number of the bodies in the ground that the chains have like fallen over, the ancient corpses that litter this ground. You see two of them that are like much more armored than others. Like the skeleton lies like almost barely hanging inside like a breastplate with ornate scrolling across it and what looks like a tattered cloak that's mostly buried over these dark chains that kind of knot over it. That's kind of gloating in the middle of the chamber, taking this all in and going, this is extremely upsetting, and I'm only wish maybe perchance we hadn't come here. What?
Does Pate look like, you said he's on the ground, dormant now?
Yeah.
Does he look like he got by a chain?
There's no signs of any puncture, no chain. It's like whatever enchantment held him in place was ended.
I want to get out of this room.
Inside the room, how many different doorways or how many different rooms are there?
Out
Three out,
right?
Yeah, there's 3 ways out of here.
Left, right, and center.
As it kind of reaches into a bag and pulls out this what looks like a brass bracelet with what looks to be a finger bone laid in the center of it. And he kind of holds it for a second. If we're looking for information, this might be of help to us. Is there any particular corpse here that we think might be useful?
Maybe one of the more armored ones?
Or the
Could be
first
higher
one.
ups.
You want one still in the can, or do you want one that still hasn't lost its expiration date?
I guess older would be better than fresher, right?
Yeah, right.
Either's useful, really. It depends on what information we're looking for.
I think whatever is the most decorated looking one probably has the most information.
Or that has Cerberus affiliation by dress.
Looking around, there are the ancient bodies that are well dressed and seem to hold station within likely the time of Aeor, or there are the more fresh Vanguard figures.
Fresh won't know what this is.
No,
They'll just
yeah.
know what happened and some stuff about our current situation. The older ones will know what this is.
No,
but
the
nothing
older
about
ones,
it.
this is
Older
taking up
ones.
residence after this went
Yes,
down.
that's a more
All right.
recent.
That's what they said.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, newer.
Newer for sure.
Go.
Pick one.
What did you say there were ones
Well,
with
there was
armor
one with
on
a
them?
breastplate.
Well, the bodies that
Were
you
those ancient?
Those are the ancient ones.
Those are the ancient ones?
Correct. Yeah, that was the skeletal ones
No,
inside.
we're looking
the
for
armor.
fresh.
What's the easiest? Do we want a grinner or do we not want a grinner?
Non-grinner.
Okay.
Because
Okay.
maybe their brain wasn't taken over.
Yeah.
I'm. How close is the closest one hanging from the ceiling?
Maybe about 5 feet from you.
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
just kind of hanging. The hook is like up under its,
think
like
we
its
need to-
its
don't
back.
pull him
Its
down. I don't
shoulders
wanna
kind
know
of up
anything
as it just
where.
kind of sits there. Its head kind of down.
Are we seeing
Talk to
that
them.
rune symbol anywhere, by the way?
The which symbol?
The rune symbol that was carved into that guy's chest.
The 2 circles.
You don't see it like in the surroundings necessarily.
Or in the carved in the bodies?
If you want to start, they're all clothed.
No, I was just seeing if something was cut open or otherwise. But
Nothing immediate glance, but you can inspect any of them. if you
I'm
like
not
to.
going in yet. No.
Yes, just take this non-smiley guy closest to us.
Does anybody else want to do this?
What is it? Is it speak with the dead?
It is a charm that allows twice per day the ability to speak with those who have passed. It was given to me by a friend, and to be perfectly honest, it kind of creeps me out, especially in these circumstances.
You can fly up to it. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll float up in front of it.
As you get close, you can see a more detail of the body. This appears to be a woman with mousy brown hair that's kind of long and wrapped, covering part of her face. The one eye still open that you can see, and like the grin kind of curving up. on
Oh,
the
she has a
side.
grin.
She does, yeah.
Where's one that doesn't got a grin?
You go past that, one of the nearest bodies that you see is clutching the hook. As you approach, this is an older man. Looks like he has some orcish lineage, but mostly human. The teeth are poking through a bit, but he has multiple puncture wounds across his shoulders. He's not wearing the heavy robes. He's wearing like some breastplate with like an insignia over the shoulder. And you look and see he was clutching the chains, and where his hands would go limp, his hands have gotten hooked on the jagged edges of the chains and kind of are now part of the presentation.
Orm is for sure listening to Imogen for whatever she's about to do, but I'm going to step towards the 3 passages and just train my hearing and sight in those directions
What
so that
happened here?
nothing charges in on us.
You got it.
Any clues how to defeat it? Which way is Ludinus?
Yeah, where's Ludinus? What were they looking for?
What happened? What were they looking for?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Do you want to ask about Dominic's time?
All right.
So you invoke the charm, and you watch as the finger bone that sits in the middle of the bracelet turns like a quarter within the bracelet. Like as it does, you feel this like wave of cold energy pass through your hands, and the corpse before you, the hanging head goes. And you can now see the somewhat like tangled, short, blondish hair of this older man, kind of balding in the front. The eyes peek up towards you and through you, bloodshot beneath, and you can see like the blood trickling from the nose and the mouth as it looks up, the tongue kind of lolling, and then its slack jaw as it glares at you. As it kind of like glides back about a foot and starts just like looking at all sides of the room, kind of following in your scent, and has his hands up ready to cast whatever's needed.
What is the creature that did this to you?
He just called himself Dominox.
That was a dumb question. I kind of wanted more details.
The whispers in...
The whisper what?
The whispers in our head.
That did count as another question.
The whispers in her
You didn't ask one.
No, he just gave information.
whispers in her head.
Haggle with the dead.
I know.
He's fine. You do.
Yeah. Do you have any clues how to avoid or defeat him?
No. We were told to hold the chamber. And then Rakosin lifted me on this hook. And I let out.
Which way did Ludinus go?
Ludinus. I did not see Ludinus.
Where are the chambers that you were searching in?
All through these halls.
Yeah. You guys got anything else?
What does Dominox do? Like, what does he do to you?
All these whispers.
What is it?
What is
Dominox?
I don't know if he knows. He just said the whispers in our head.
Yeah, we know it's a fiend. We know whispers in our head. We know it probably has some sort of anti-magic situation.
Did you touch the chains? I don't know. I'm curious if the chains are a problem. Or which passage would be the best to take.
Did you do anything to cause the chains to find you?
I think this started with the engine room.
The engine room.
All right.
My question sucked, y'all.
Well, we already knew.
Questions were great. It was the answers.
So does that viscera trail go through one of these specific passages of the three?
Viscera trail ends in this chamber.
The chains must have come out and sucked it, or one of the smiley people. I could ask a smiley person.
Or
they might have more information about what Dominox is.
Hey, Fern, your guy with the little mark on your hand. Was he a devil or a demon?
He was a devil guy, right?
That was a...
He was fancy.
Devil.
Both of us at the same time go.
Servitor tenants. I mean, I can try to reach out. I can try to reach out. I'm gonna cast Mage Hand. And I'm just gonna, one of the bodies that's up close, I'm just gonna try to like open up their clothing to see if there's any rune on their chest.
The one that's closest to you, the one that's closest to all of you as you enter is the one that you first looked at, the kind of the female that's standing forward. Do you want to go to that one or one that's off to the side?
Probably the smiling one.
Yeah. One that looks, a smiley one.
So you, like, as the hook is kind of, put in through the shoulder blade underneath, you kind of pull open the Vanguard robes a little bit, and you can see like where the hook is like piercing through the front. And as you pull back the cloth, and there's like the red stained skin around it, and that kind of that bit of decay that's starting to slightly come in, like that's the signs of early bloat. The decay here is slow for a number of reasons. These bodies, these all look like they should be They're fresher than they should be if this has been happening for even more than a week. But you do see the signs of carving, like skin drawn and a familiar looking top of a symbol.
Imogen.
Button it back in.
I know you took it off.
No, that shit's back on.
Did you put it back on? All right.
Yeah. I put that back on when we got here.
Someone needs to make sure that it doesn't get in your head.
Should I?
I did that on our first short break.
Should I reach out? Should I reach out to?
I don't trust that kid.
Well, no, but
And we're in a very precarious place. I don't know.
maybe wait for it to get a little. Well, yeah, that's up
Maybe
to you.
just give like a little, like, because the thing is, if we wait, it might take them a little bit too long.
That's true. She's got a devil prince guy that has the hots for her.
She's got a boyfriend.
Of course.
Whoa. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know how to.
Ship's passing in the night.
He's a vibe.
I'm just gonna try something, okay? Sure. I just go to where like the kiss was on the hand.
Yeah.
Hello. And I'll kiss the kiss.
You kiss the kiss?
Yeah.
As you kiss the kiss, the finger alights in flame and the symbol burns its way into the top of your finger. It doesn't hurt you, but the rest of you see this like glowing kind of lamp light from outside of her hand.
I try to just like hide it.
She hides it, and it's just getting brighter and brighter.
Shit. Sorry.
Well,
what is that?
Hello? Hello?
As you pull it up, you watch as a spark, like a small flame spark, kind of like arcs out from the finger, and as it hits middle of the air, it tears open into this like 3-foot oval of burning flame, and you watch as a heavy foot steps out, and you see this terrifying-looking humanoid with deep red skin, a massive kind of mane of like dark gray, long hair and a bushy beard, yellow eyes, massive horns, kind of armored shoulders, clutching on the back, a two-handed sword that is sheathed. So it kind of clomps through, the tail falling behind.
Oh my god, hi. You got here so fast. I thought it was going to take like way longer than that.
I come when you're called.
Wow.
The Pact begins.
Oh, that's right. It came with the thing.
What do you require?
Do you remember what the Pact was?
As it goes,
cares?
Someone would someone like to explain what the hell is going on, literally?
She has a pact.
It's a pact. It's just, I don't really understand it, but we'll figure it out. He can help us out. Tavon, this is Essex, Tavon.
Fern collects a lot of pets and boyfriends.
Mm-hmm. Tavon.
Dorian, Tavon.
The literal devil creature kind of looks to each of you and gives a nod to Essex, looks back to you.
Do you know anything about Dominox?
Not a name that's been uttered in a long time.
Oh, he knows. We just heard it about 2 minutes ago. About
that old shit.
Right in the
That's that old guard. Let's go, old beastie.
Okay.
Crack it open, Mercer.
So that name got heard about 2 minutes ago.
You know
Good time.
There have been a number of grand demons through history.
Grand demons?
One of our great enemies in ancient times.
Oh,
Great
yeah.
enemies.
We wanted to feel his ruin upon our blades, but he was not seen through the calamity.
Wow.
We fear he was lost.
Not seen through the what?
Calamity.
Guess who's here?
I thought he said.
Look around. Look behind you.
I think he's been taking up residence here.
Smell that shit.
Weird ass chains. Symbols on people's chests. He grins, whispers.
Oh. Look at
There is ruin in this air tonight.
He's a bit turned on. I can make him laugh.
If you said you devils have like a long-standing grudge, do you have any bros you can call up? It might be now. Now is a great time.
There is a bit going on.
No, we're grateful for you, we're grateful for you. Yeah, we're not undervaluing your presence here.
Many are preparing for the coming attacks on the Red Moon of Destruction. Our great prince does not want such things to befall our hells.
The Great Prince.
So, I will be with you for a time until I am called away. But to bring back the head of a grand demon is quite the task.
And you see for a second like that, like hunter's joy kind of shift into reality, and that confidence becomes calculation.
There are few types of demons beneath the lords. The grands are dangerous. And the Grand Demon of Loathing has quite a mythology. Why would it be here now?
I don't know.
Somebody said as soon as they disturbed the ancient rooms, they're digging up old tech.
If you haven't heard of him since the Calamity, maybe the Aeorians had actually sealed him away, and when they started busting open rooms.
Right, magic is hinky the world over, so maybe
extra hinky.
I'm gonna mage hand again to the rune on the chest, just so he can get a look at it.
That is his sigil. That is the carving of gifting. Those who offer in their final moments what he desires, their oblivion.
Kind of holds the blade strong under his grip.
I do not know where we are.
Essex, fill him in.
Hello, Essek, strange companion to these strangers. Yes, ancient city of Aeor. Magocracy destroyed during the Calamity. You see many of the ancient bodies here from those individuals, and these on the hooks are fresher. Where do I go from there? And kind of like floats back a little bit, like a little overwhelmed, and kind of looking over towards, still like looking at you like, what the fuck did you just do?
Okay,
This is a frying pan into frying pan circumstance, perhaps? But
Double you know. There's a chance he could be working with a member of the Cerberus Assembly. There's a chance that Ludinus could have unlocked an ancient prison. Maybe he was up on the moon and released and brought him down as a diversion or a distraction. There's any number of things. But if we can find this Dominox, we can find Ludinus. And if we find Ludinus, we can try to stop what's happening on that moon of destruction.
Well, remember, Ludinus came here to deal with Dominox.
Yeah.
He's killing all the Vanguard. Not to throw a little wrenchy wrench into this plan, because I love this plan, but right now Dominox is distracting Ludinus.
We think.
We think.
Yeah.
But
And weakening Ludinus, potentially.
right.
We think.
Our goal here was to try and thwart Ludinus in some way. So how can we maybe use Dominox to our advantage?
The grand demon that
I'm
hasn't been
just
around
saying
since
if
the Calamity. We're going to use him.
I'm not saying we're going to use. I'm just saying can we?
I understand. I'm with you.
You get what I'm trying to lay
Can
down.
we
right?
throw Ludinus under the demonic bus before getting the fuck out?
I just don't know if killing Dominox is maybe the way right now.
Well, let's just get into these rooms and see what the fuck's happening.
One step at a time.
I love making friends.
Do we know which room to go into? What?
Sentient something about an engine room.
Orm just looks around this room and it's like sci-fi, ancient future city, Dunamancy wizard, devil prints, spells hells, and it's just under his breath, it's like, metal.
I'll go over to the first door on the right, look for any sort of lettering, and also check it for traps.
Okay.
Engines
Go ahead and roll investigation check.
Make sound. They said they turned it on.
He's a hybrid. He's wolf.
21.
Yeah.
21. The door is not locked, it is closed, and is not trapped. Could you make a wisdom saving throw for me, please?
Because which door was Pate in front of when he dropped?
Pate was in the center of the chamber.
17.
17.
So
Chetney, you
yeah,
turn to look at the group,
maybe we like go around with this.
and you don't see them in the room.
Oh, fuck.
You see dozens of children. Children that step towards you and reveal the bloody claw marks across their body, their throats, their eyes. One steps up. What have you done? Have you forgotten the terrible things you've done, Chetney? Another child comes in the other corner. You don't even remember. You're the bad wolf. You're the big bad wolf. Another one, you made us toys. You filled us with joy. We filled your belly. And you told no one. A little girl comes up and grabs your hand. You think you're not a monster now? How many did you kill? How many more will join us still?
What the fuck?
They just all slowly step towards you.
I just start backing up, like putting my back against the wall and just moving. Where? You guys?
Is it okay?
You guys!
Do we hear this?
Yeah, is he doing this?
You hear him saying.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's what I mean.
Yeah.
He's freaking out by a door.
Yeah.
What's wrong? What's wrong?
Going senile? What's up?
Chet, can you hear
Can
me?
I-
Can you
can
hear
I-
us?
Chet, they're nowhere to be found.
Oh no, he's out.
So, wood's stupid and it breaks.
I don't know if this works.
Wait,
Oh,
I have
shit.
I have a question. So in that open chamber, it's doors, not
There's three.
hallways?
There are different exits to this room, like hallways that come together, but the entryways are closed.
Got it. Okay.
Okay, I'm dreaming. Can I turn around to the door that I was just checking for traps? And I'll push the door open.
Okay.
Can he see us? He can't see us at all. He only sees kids.
Just slashed children.
You go to turn towards the door to push it open, and there's this little 4-year-old girl with two pigtails that are kind of tied in the center, and you see this horrible claw across her face with the eyes missing, and she holds this tiny broken wooden toy of immaculate craftsmanship, and she goes, "Why?" And you see flashes of mid-forest, hunger, bloodlust, a scream and a swipe, and you're back. Did you do that? I mean, there were periods of time that you lost when you were first infected. Like, you were feral. You don't remember much about that time. You look at her and stop before that door and step back, and you feel one of the other kids, and you turn and look, and you see this young little elf boy kind of looking at you with this pity. His throat just missing, just this mess. You see, leaping over a fence post in a dense forest, you grab a sheep and tear into it. You see a little kid holding out a lantern go, "Mom, I heard something." And you lunge back there in the front. You recognize him. No.
I know, fuck. How many kids are in this fucking room?
Right now you see about 13 of them.
Guys, There's cats!
I'm gonna try to. I don't know if it'll work. Cast calm emotions on him.
Okay.
It can suppress any effect causing a target to be charmed or frightened. I don't know if that'll work.
Okay.
Can we hear him screaming?
Yeah.
This? Okay.
You can hear him screaming.
I am a werewolf, so it'd be like.
Yeah. Make a wisdom check with disadvantage for me, please.
Getting closer to Chet, too.
Oh, we lost our hit point temps.
4.
4. Okay.
Can I send a message to Chetney?
Sure.
And try and with like the intent of maybe getting in his head and pushing out whatever is in there. And I just say, Chetney, this isn't real. You have to wake up.
You don't hear anything.
Fuck.
You calm a minute. Your breath kind of comes, and you look down at the kids, and they're coming up to you. They're not aggressive. They're just sorrowful. They look at you sad. They look at you confused. You kind of look down at another young dwarven child that goes, "Why?"
I didn't do this. This wasn't me. This isn't real. This isn't real. I don't remember any of this.
You glance past the faces and see moments of each of them being pulled down, pulled apart, grabbed, crushed.
No.
These moments, and you were there. You look up at your hands and around you, and the chains are gone. Just dark trees, a deep, dense forest that surrounds you, and the children. You see the blood on your claws.
I'm resting my hand on his shoulder in the room. Chat.
You've walked that far?
Yeah,
You
Chat.
feel this
Yes.
blade begin to dig into your shoulder.
Chat.
What do you do?
A blade?
Yeah.
Chat, you're
I swipe
fine.
at it.
You're okay.
Make an attack roll for me.
He would only be at like his hip.
Yeah, I'm reaching up to his Popeye werewolf chest.
Yeah.
28.
28?
Yeah, naturally.
Sure
Plus
hit.
10.
So
unarmed strike. Right.
Yeah.
You swipe back and roll claw damage as Chetney just rakes you across the the neck where the armor catches some of it, but some of it also kind of goes across the meat of your shoulder.
8 points of damage.
8 points, okay. I'm gonna shove him up against the stone wall and try to press up against him and yell, Chetney!
The kids begin to swarm you and push you up against one of the trees. They're leaping onto you
Come
and going,
on, old
why,
man."
why? They're like climbing up your chest and looking in your face with their vacant eyes, their vacant sockets.
No, it's okay. I can make it right. I can make it right. I didn't do any of it.
You open your eyes and it's Orem holding you against the wall. You're in the shadowed space of the room.
Ease down. Ease down. Pocketby, come on.
Did you see the kids? Did you see the kids?
It's just us, Chet.
Spinning around.
Take a second. Breathe. Breathe.
Children, just the dangling bodies.
Oh God, there were children, opened up, torn apart. They were talking to me like I had done it, but I don't remember. But then I saw it like I had.
Take a minute. Think about it. Think about where we are. Think about what we're dealing with. Chet.
Oh God.
Think about it.
One of me was in my head. It was so real. It was so real.
Why don't we take a minute to get out of here and regroup for a second? Maybe you have any inspirational words?
I can take a hint.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, everyone, that was scary. It was very scary.
It happened when you touched the doors?
I think so.
Or just got in the vicinity of him?
If I look into his wolven eyes, does he look... He's lucid now? He's...
He looks more, he's engaging you and not attacking and seems to be looking around. Seems to be a little more lucid.
Oh, okay. Yeah. We've got to do it.
We're doing it. Yeah, we're doing it.
You're blocked by people getting in your head, more or less.
Let me just double check on this inventory.
Problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Barbarians and fighters are
Yeah.
big problems.
Yep.
immune to magic that allows other creatures to read your thoughts or determine that I'm lying.
I look at my shoulder where I felt like the blade was. Anything?
No blade.
I don't
No
know if I'm
no
blocked against it. They can't perceive me, and they can't lie to me or tell that I'm lying, but I think he might still be able to get in there.
Sway you.
And I can jump really high, so I think I'm gonna be fine.
And hey, maybe we haven't had the best of luck up until this time, and the droning continues.
I look over at the devil in the room.
Today.
What was that? You have to know what that was. I saw things that weren't there. I wasn't even here.
Maybe you're not prepared for what you're fighting.
No, we're not. We're definitely not.
Do you have anything you can tell us? What was that? What do we do?
Points to the bodies and the chains.
Do better than they did.
Oh, thank you so much.
Does getting damaged break it?
I don't know. I was honestly afraid to do anything to hit Chetney because I didn't want him to attack.
How does his magic presence, loathing work? Does that mean he's nearby?
He was before my time, I do not know.
Before your time?
I am centuries old, but Dominox is a myth in the lands of hell I come from.
We could ask one of these ancient guys then. We could ask one of the bodies from the Calamity.
Yeah.
Aren't we out of...
Are you all slowly pulling back into the hallway?
And we have the power of friendship, which is why we'll win. And that should be about a minute. That's a motivational speech. Okay. Yeah. So I'm going to cast it at a lower level, 3rd level, so you get 5 temp hit points.
How many? 5 of us,
how many people?
And I can only do 5 people. So
if you do it at a higher level, do you get more people?
No.
It's the wisdom save, though.
Yeah.
It's a wisdom save?
It is.
Give it to the fighter and the barbarian.
Yep, give it to the fighter and the barbarian.
Yeah. And Chet already got dinged. Sorry,
I got bad wisdom.
1, 2, 3, 4, and not for myself.
My wisdom's kind of okay.
Yeah.
My wisdom's
That's actually
okay.
pretty good.
So if anybody else needs to take it, my wisdom
Her
is...
wisdom's okay. How's your wisdom? Maybe you should do.
Yeah, just take it yourself.
Okay, I'll take it myself.
What's your mod? Are you a plus what?
I say.
Door.
You mean for saves or just a mod?
Saves.
-1.
-1?
Yeah, no, you're
Take
taking
that
the attack.
shit.
What?
Take it.
Yeah.
Take it.
Fine.
That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're good.
5, and you guys are
3,
good.
4, 5.
And then.
Well, I'm okay. You don't
Yeah.
need to put it on me. So am I
pick-
taking the...
Pick someone other than.
Us 3.
4, 5.
Yeah.
Wisdom?
Yeah,
Wisdom?
but maybe do him.
He's already
Okay,
been
Chet.
hit, though.
I get it.
Yeah.
Yes, they would.
Take
He's
it.
already been. You think he'll not maybe?
I retract. I think I'm better than I thought the rest of the group. I thought it was worse than the group, but I think I'm a little better. It's
advantage of physics, right?
Yeah, and some other stuff if you want.
You're like
wisdom.
looking at our
Wisdom's
numbers
good.
like,
Yeah, I'm like,
oh shit, you guys
So,
suck.
so you get 5 temp hit points, and then if you
5
take a hit on your next turn, you get advantage on your attack roll.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
3.
Oh, that's...
So you're gonna sit out too,
I'm
because
gonna
you're
sit
good,
out.
and then Fern is gonna sit out.
I get
So
advantage
1,
on my
2,
attack
3,
roll if I
4,
get hit?
5.
Okay.
I'm sure I'll catch
Essex,
the whammy,
you're,
but
you're
It's a
wise.
bad idea. Shit.
So I'm not even taking
Am I
temporary
not
hit
getting-
points as well.
Actually, I was going to
Are you
say...
wise though? I don't know.
Advantage on my
I
attack
consider
roll
myself
is
quite experienced,
probably a
yes.
factor.
Maybe
My-
Essek instead.
Essek instead of...
Essek?
Yeah.
Doesn't would have high wisdom or?
I don't know.
Good enough.
We're not getting...
But if he gets taken over,
So, who's feeling inspired?
if he gets taken over, he could fuck us up.
Yeah.
yeah.
Hey.
So maybe okay.
Yeah.
Well, this thing is
True,
also
true,
attracted
true,
to
true.
magic. It seems like so maybe it is better.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4. Who else? Oh, and Chetney.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah,
It's
you-
1,
you two,
2,
you
3,
two, and-
4, 5. Okay.
Honestly, you
Okay.
witches could do a lot more damage than I could if I
I mean,
were.
who knows? Who knows?
And you know, you hold me in one place, and I'm not. You know, that's the.
It's so
I need that to be a problem.
Who is it? I can track the boons if I know who it if we landed on.
And
Raise
while-
your hand
while
if you got
they're
motivated by my
doing-
killer
And
speech.
and Chetney too.
Can I
1,
just
2, 3,
place
4,
my hand
and
on the
then
floor
5.
and try for a grim psychometry roll?
I wasn't listening.
'Cause this
I'm
would be so
workshopping
fucked
it.
up.
I kind of phase you out.
Yeah, make a history
Thanks a
check
lot.
for me.
Okay.
Can I talk to
Stuff is kind of derivative, man.
another dead body?
Sure, which one do you want to try and go for?
Should I do it? Should
Yeah.
I d-
Let's talk to ancient.
We need a newbie, so
Oldie,
let's do
oldie.
an old golden oldie. Yeah.
What?
Natural 19
Oh, is this grim psychometry?
plus 3, 20, 21, 22.
22. Okay.
It's just the room. I just put my hand on the floor.
Okay.
This space is filled with a lot of negative energy, and just the fiendish presence here almost becomes too much to sift through. It's like the dark memory is a mist so thick that you just see shapes through it. And you see shapes of people screaming, being carried, and being thrown on hooks by other people. People touching their face, and then finding another, before eventually pulling a hook down and putting themselves on it.
So the hooks aren't grabbing people, it's other.
They're doing it willingly.
I mean, the hook is somewhere.
Does it look like the chains are going anywhere, like a pipeline, like they're feeding into anything as they go?
They look flush. They look flush with the stone. There's no like.
So even the ones on the ground aren't leading anywhere particularly.
You can follow it if you like to start looking to make an investigation
I know
check.
there's no like pushing through these visions in a certain way, but is there any presence that not a person that is ending up on a hook, any other kind of entity that's moving through?
Unfortunately, there is so much
stank in here.
Abyssal energy in this space and so much negativity here in the core of the city of Aeor, here in the core of this recent thing. It's flooding you with so much dark history that it's just oppressive and blurred. You see and hear screams, hundreds of screams. You hear explosions. You hear people yelling in a language you don't understand in the middle of people being hoisted upon chains. Like everything's kind of blurring together. It's too much and you can't make out a lot. In this instance, you would have needed a natural 20 to pick up more than what you got.
Yeah, got it.
Oh my god.
This is a mishmash.
Brand
of history.
demon? Yeah,
I hit a 16 on my investigation. I want to look for what fucked Chet up, like is my instinct. Like what triggered this. So I'm going to see if I can kind of...
Did I get a hand on the
16,
door, or was
maybe
it before
follow the
I got
chain?
to
Before you got to the door.
Before I got to the door.
You begin to follow the chains along the ground, and you can see a lot of them are connected to nothing. They're just laying there in long 50, 100+ foot spindles, like sleeping serpents. Either they were just left there, or carried, or apparated. It's odd. They don't seem to snake out into other walls. They're just kind of present. While you're checking there, you said who's doing what?
Oh, I was gonna talk to one of the dead Aeorians. Yeah? Okay, I'll do that. I'll go over to one of the bodies
Okay,
that
this
have...
is the last use of that charm.
Yes.
So they have...
For the day.
Underneath the numerous chains that are wrapped over the armored torso of the nearest one that you've noticed, the skeletal body, like the faint wisps of white hair that cling to like the barely skin-covered skull, these sunken sockets. It's kind of reminiscent of the face of that woman from the Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark image, just like on the side and with a chain resting over the head. You go ahead and trigger the charm a second time, and the finger bone spins once more, and it locks into place. As it does, the same kind of like cold energy sifts through, and you hear the chain begin to as the body shifts just slightly towards you, and the head kind of looks up in your way, the sucking sound of air into no lungs, magically held for some sort of speech. What do you ask?
Dominox has been released. How was he captured?
The pinion of service.
Pinion of
Pinion
service?
of service.
Is he still talking?
Still just waiting.
What is the pinion of service?
Yep.
An abyssal soul anchor.
Okay.
Developed to contain shadow magics. It keeps him shackled to the engine, and he returns to it when slain by the engine's extraction process.
Holy shit.
Oh.
They were using them to power the fucking engine.
Wow.
Mega demon as an engine?
Where
The engine
is
room. Yeah,
this
yeah.
engine?
There's an anchor.
One of the skeletal hands like reaches up from the chains. It's having a hard time first from the weight of him before the arm kind of points to the door opposite that you almost pushed through.
How do you turn the engine on?
The engine should be on. The seals should be kept. The seals remain. He should be harmless.
So we need to reinstate those
The
seals.
seals got turned off when magic got wonky.
That's a hell of a gerbil to stick in your
Yeah.
frequently limited flying city.
Just a rod of plutonium in my microwave.
Fuck! That's...
Age of Arcana, man.
What are Dominox's... Do you know of any weaknesses he has?
Demons, when slain, return to the abyss. When killed in the abyss, they are killed forever. But the pinion is of the abyss, and to it he'll return to forever run the engine.
Was that my last question?
I think it was 4.
We got any more for him?
Why is... I want to know how this... I don't even know if to say how this room works, but what is it about this room that triggers the effect? Like,
I
don't
think he's
know.
just gotten released. The seal's
I think
broken. He's out.
Dominox is fucking with us.
What is Dominox attracted to?
Dominox feeds on insecurity.
Oh, God.
We're fucked.
I will go talk to him. It's fine. I got this covered.
I, for one, welcome our new demonic master.
It introduces the suffering of self-loathing.
Oh, shit.
Until you present yourself to oblivion.
Great.
And he feeds.
Oh, no.
So
Good question.
my crazy out of left field of there's a demon possessing the machine is right. That's insane. That was a joke.
Dorian, roll a wisdom saving throw.
No!
Hey, that's a 2.
Oh,
Come on, bigger.
Please,
come
too
on,
good.
Come on.
Okay. Okay, 16.
16.
Grand Demon.
Nope, nope.
Grand Demon.
As they're having this conversation, and you're like sitting at the edge of the hallway, after following the chains and looking around and throwing in, information as you can, you go towards like kind of the center left side of the chamber, where no one has really gone to yet, and you look up at one of the bodies on the hook, and you see the beyond the kind of soiled pants, the dangling arm of blue skin.
Yeah.
You see the open travel robe and the hook that pierces the sternum of a familiar, strong torso. And you see there dangling from it, eyes, lifeless and still, the body of your brother Cyrus. As the eyes shift to meet yours.
You never let me fix my own mistakes, instead pulling me into yours. Into your chaos. Look where it put me. Look what you did to me, brother.
And that's where we're going to end tonight's
Oh,
episode.
come on! Shit, man.
Oh my god.
Okay, hey.
Chat was gonna get out.
Cruelty is always
No, we're going here.
Oh no!
Fuck.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay. Insecurity. Really? Okay, no, stop.
Cool.
Cry until we play again.
Oh my god.
I think that'll be a good place to pick up our live show at the Greek,
Yeah.
right?
Wait! We're gonna be dealing with demon shit at the Greek.
Oh yeah.
We're not playing. Oh
yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Oh
no.
Next week. Next
Next session is the Greek.
Grand Demon!
So we'll pick up on that beat and where you are and what's around you and what all this might mean and what's the Ludinus of it all here at the Greek Theater.
Die at the Palace.
Get your tickets.
Ladies and gentlemen.
For those of you who will see there in person, excited to explore this next step, and for those of you who can't be there, you'll be able to enjoy that shortly thereafter. Yeah, this will be fun.
Are we all gonna die at the Greek?
It's live.
Guys, think about it. If we could just use the harness funnel and put it up against Dominox, we'll be fine. You just gotta hold it there for like
last thing in the portal.
About all the
10 minutes.
This is Sparta.
GPK?
I'm gonna
Greek
suck
party
down
go?
a Grand Demon.
Kill the party at the Greek. Right? All right.
That's it.
Well, that being the case, we'll pick it up then. Thank you all so much for joining us. Love you very much, and is it Thursday yet?